Hello and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop, your one stop for co-op news, reviews, and playthroughs. I'm Peter, and tonight we're playing through Marvel Champions. What's up, Terence?
How's it going?
Let's
We're
go.
getting to the end of January. Can you believe it?
It's getting cold out here. I gotta be honest. I'm sure Texas does not have that problem, but yeah, no, I'm not happy with cold, Terence. I'm not happy with cold.
It's I think it's in the 50s today
Yeah, that's getting
over
there.
here.
Yeah, that's getting toward cold.
But 50s is like low, when the sun's not out.
Right. Yeah. No, so like 60s during the day. Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
everyone feels terrible for you, buddy.
Yep.
All right, so we decided since Wakanda Forever is coming out this week, we do our own Wakanda Forever. Although probably none of these characters will be in the movie. I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
No, I've been waiting. Just I haven't really been watching a lot of stuff in the theater, but
Yeah, I did see Avatar in the theater. That was actually really good. The new Avatar movie. Um, Although after watching it and watching the first one, I realized it's a lot of the same, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, so if you like the first one, I think you'll like the second one. But they've just updated everything, right? So yeah, I thought it was pretty good. All right, so I am taking Black Panther. You are taking Storm. They are a married couple in the cartoon lore, and we're going against Klaw because honestly, we don't have any great Black Panther villains yet. So
I
that
think Claw's like the main one
yeah,
that people probably think about.
yeah,
Well, I guess he's more of like an Avengers kind of villain, but
exactly.
close enough.
Yeah. No, I mean he's not specifically, but he's the closest thing we could think of. We did put Sinister Six in there because theme.
I was thinking just like it is one of the few modulars that's 100% minions. Like his original set is the whatchamacallit, Masters of Evil, which thematically makes sense, but want to change it a little bit, so putting in some beefy minions that have like 6 hit points and nasty effects.
Yeah, well, and especially since neither of us want aggression, so this will be interesting to see how we deal with.
Well, I did swap to aggression. Um,
Oh, I did not realize that. I got you down as protection. That's all right. Well, I'm glad one of us has something to deal with the minions in. Although I went not protection-y at all. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so let's hear a little bit about your deck, because obviously I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I this is one of the first decks actually I think I built before Storm kind of fully came out. I was thinking about it. And so obviously she has her weather effects.
Yep.
Probably the one more interesting ones when you think about just global effects is definitely Thunderstorm, because you can get +1 attack to everything on the board.
Yep.
And one of the specific cool X-Men cards that came out for aggression was Team Strike. So if you are an X-Men, which I am, in hero form, as an attack, you can exhaust a hero and any number of X-Men allies and deal X damage among enemies in play, so you can divide it, where X is the total attack of the character you exhaust this way.
Yeah, seems
So
good.
I have a bunch of allies. Utopia allows me to have 4 in play.
Yep.
And then, so I get Thunderstorm plus Boot Camp is plus
yeah.
2 attack on every ally I have out.
Seems good.
And then I also have 2 copies of Attack Training as well, to kind of give them an additional attack. I'm going to be running Combat Training. So with Combat Training, Thunderstorm out, that's like 4 base attack for me.
Yeah, this seems like a Peter deck, Terrence. This seems like a get a lot of allies and boom boom with one big boom boom.
And then one of the other cool ones is like I didn't really like Dust all that much, I think, when she first came out. But I think in this deck, being able to hit every minion out in play, with potentially +3 or 4, or
Yeah,
with 3 or 4 base attack is pretty good.
that is very good. Yeah, for one additional consequential is not too bad. Well, and can you do that if you are already, let's say you have 2 wounds already. Can you do that, which would take you over your hit
Yeah,
point
because it's an
threshold?
additional consequential. It's not like you have to be able to take it, so it would just kill her.
Right, because the consequential comes later, so it doesn't
Yep.
check how many hit points you have at the
Yep.
time. It's like adding another star. If there were 2 stars, you would
Yeah,
still
because
take
the
all that
sentence
damage.
ends at she attacks each minion.
Right.
And so the dust takes +1 consequential. So I think all the
After
consequential
the
happens
attack.
at the same time.
Yep. That's kind of cool. So Michael Barnes says, what about starting with Black Panther's Nemesis set in the deck? I've thought about that, but I've never actually done that. Have you ever used a Nemesis set as a modular?
I have not. No.
I know people do that. I am not one of those people who has done that. So maybe that's something, potentially for us to try in the future. That might be kind of cool. All right, so I'm going to be Black Panther. Black Panther's shtick is getting a bunch of cards on the table and Wakanda forevering, and that way he can do like 3, 4, 5 effects. He can do that multiple times per turn as long as he draws enough. So a big thing for him is going to be card draw. It's going to be resources to pay for those cards, and it's going to be getting through your deck as many times as possible. Another thing he's got going for him is actually one of his upgrades. I don't have it out. Lets you draw 2 cards when you're in alter ego form. So I do plan on trying to flip down as much as possible, trying to get those big hand sizes so I can have those monster turns as well myself. To do that, though, you need to have some stunning, some confusing. Actually, I don't have any stunning, but I have confusing, and I have ways of dealing with threat while I am not up. So let's talk about those ways. So Helicarrier, Quinn Carrier, Avengers Mansion. Again, Mansion's the most important of those. If I have to choose, I'm going to prioritize it because card draw is better for me. Again, trying to get back to those Wakanda Forevers. Sonic Rifles, I got a couple of those. That way I can confuse so I can flip down easier. Counterintelligence, another way that I can actually thwart. Not really thwart, but prevent 3 threat from going on there when I am down. So again, you don't have to be up for this. It's just an interrupt. Skilled Investigator to take some threat off. Skilled Investigator is just a free upgrade. I got 2 of those so I can put it in front of us. Again, it thins the deck because you want to be going through your deck as fast as possible later. Any 0-cost upgrades that you can get out on the table seem pretty good. Surveillance team with Monica Chang. I wanted to add Monica Chang in anyway, so I put a couple of surveillance teams in. It's, again, more ways of clearing my deck, plus it's some extra threat removal if we need it, spot threat removal. And again, I don't have to be up for that. And under surveillance, it increases the threat limit on the main scheme by 4. I don't like it in higher player count games, but in solo and 2 players, I think it's pretty good. We got Overwatch free upgrade that I can put on any scheme, including the main scheme. When you thwart that scheme, you may remove it and then remove the same amount of threat from a different scheme. Benefit of this, a couple things. Number 1, it's a free upgrade. Number 2, it helps us thwart multiple schemes at the same time, which is always good when there are side schemes. But even if there aren't any side schemes, I hopefully will just have one sitting on the main scheme for either when side schemes do come out, or again, just to help thin my deck a little bit. Crisis Averted, 6 from the main scheme seems good, especially with Overwatch. That hopefully will also be able to knock out a side scheme at the same time. Seems like a good combo, and I don't even have to worry about the Crisis icon. So that's good. And I do have a lot of mental resources in this deck. So because I have a lot of mental resources, for Justice, another one out there. I thought about doing the card that lets you pay for these, but honestly, I really only have 4 events, so I didn't think it was worth it. So we'll see. I think it's a pretty standard Justice deck. I mean, they've all got their own little flair to them, but certainly wouldn't be the first time I brought something like this to the table. Terence, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Happy either way.
Are we supposed to draw our cards before we decide that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so make the call. You've got storm forms, although you could switch them at any time, but I think it's better for me to go first. That way, you could put out, like, you could do the draw a card one or whatever, or you can have the attack one out first, or whatever, and then switch to one of the other ones. So,
There you go.
Oh, we're getting minions to start with? All right. So
haven't you played this before? I think it's only first player.
Yes, it is only first
so
player.
That's a you problem.
Search the deck for a Black Panther upgrade and add it to your hand. So I got that going for me. Good news, I got Under Surveillance in my opening hand. I also...
What are you picking?
Well, I'm getting rid of the Surveillance teams. I'm getting rid of Jack Flag. I'm getting rid of Sonic Rifle, sadly. I mean, I got to get the upgrades out. Ooh, the Golden City. That...
Does this happen before you do any of that stuff?
Just what happened?
You have to you have to deal with his force response.
What's the force response?
Discard cards until you discard a energy.
From my deck?
Yeah, isn't that what it says? You do
So
that before you draw your hand?
I don't know the answer to that. Do. I think. I mean, do you know the answer to that? And you're just asking in a way that you're like, "Are you sure you're supposed to be drawing your hand?"
No, I'm just looking up the play rulebook real quick because it has the actual.
Well, the rules
setup.
reference has the setup, right? Because I think you do it because that's what people complain about with the claws and everything, right? That they can be pulled from your hand through your deck before you even get to search it.
Setup, select heroes, select first player is the third step, so that is before you draw your hand. Set your obligations aside, set nemesis aside, shuffle decks, select the villain, resolve the setup scheme, so that is before you draw your hand. Draw cards is after.
That's 12. Fine, whatever. So what am I discarding? Until I discard a lightning.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically you like shuffle your whole hand back in your deck and you discard until you get them.
You really want me to do it that way, Terence? Is that what we're really going at here? I actually had a decent starting hand there. Fine. I will do it your way. You stickler.
My way.
You stickler. I actually had like my city. What are you doing? Get your hand away from me. All right, there you go.
That's it.
Done. Yeah, I actually had my city thing. All right. Well, Tactical Genius isn't bad. Again, I think I'm just holding under surveillance and my Tactical Genius.
Do you hold Tactical Genius? Or under surveillance, rather?
I think so. I mean, we'll see if I play it, but I think I hold it because it's the only one I have in my deck, and this threat number's pretty low at 12. Now, I did get some Vibranium, and I did get 2 upgrades. I'm about to get a 3rd upgrade. I got a Skilled Investigator. I mean, this is sad, right? Like, sometimes you get too much good stuff.
That happens, I feel like, a lot these days.
Yeah.
You're just like, especially the first pass through deck, you're just like, ooh, 2-3 cost things I want.
So, do I get the Vibranium suit now, which is the one that lets me move damage, which I can't do because I'm not damaged, and use it as a resource?
As a resource?
Yeah.
So you Vibranium 1 upgrade, and you hard cast the other one?
Yeah, I mean, then I guess I get to hold one, right? So.
And then you hold it, right?
Yeah, so energy
put
daggers.
Sealed Investigator in?
Yeah, I'm not going to do the one that heals me because that one actually can't do damage until I'm hurt, right? So.
Yeah, but you're about to get hurt this next turn, so it doesn't matter, right?
Well, that's true, and I'm not Wakandaing forever this turn.
Yeah, why don't you grab that, the suit?
The healing one? Instead of
I think it's one of his best upgrades.
I agree with you once you're hurt. Oh, Golden City is near the top again,
That's
Terence.
gonna happen real soon.
Terence.
Let me tell you.
Well, I mean, all right, let's compare it to, real quickly, this is like a separate discussion, but let's look at it versus the claws, right? You can heal 2 damage and give 2 to the enemy instead of doing an extra 2 damage. You still do this 2 damage. So again, the way the upgrades work is you get to do the first part, but one of them, whichever one you do last, you get to do the second part. So this one's deal 2 damage. If it's your last card in the sequence, it deals 4. This moves 1 damage from your enemy to the villain. Instead, it moves 2. I just always do that. Like, if I'm any decent amount hurt, I always do this as my last card. It just seems better than doing an extra 2 damage. And it's not even exactly 2 damage because it does +1 here and -1 here. So it's really 1 damage difference. Right? Because here you're going to do 2.
2 damage, isn't
2
it?
plus 2 is 4, right? 2 plus 2 is 4. If you look at these two, right? 2 damage, 2 damage instead. And here it's 1 plus 4 is 5. So it's literally 4 versus 5 damage. Like, literally 100% of the time I'm doing Vibranium Suit if I'm hurt. I mean, unless I need that 1 point of damage for whatever reason, or I need 1 on somebody and 4 on somebody else. But it's like 9 times out of 10 I'm doing Vibranium Suit as my last one. Tactical Genius, pretty good. Remove a threat, remove 2 instead. So turn 1, obviously I'm going to hold on to my Vibranium Suit and play the other ones, right? So
I mean, you're not playing Wakanda Forever, so it doesn't matter actually.
yeah, I'm gonna do 2 for Tactical Genius. Do I play Skilled Investigator? Do I hold it?
Yes,
I
you
played
play
Skilled.
it because it gets out of your deck.
Yeah, so Wakanda Forever and Under Surveillance are gone. All right, for the reasons we talked about, since I'm not Wakandaing Forever, I'll keep the suit out. And Skilled Investigator, you want it or you want me to have it?
You can take it.
I'm a
I mean,
little bit.
it's basically like it doesn't matter which upgrades you play, right? Like you're gonna play the next one next turn,
Well,
and you're not
unless I'm short on resources and I just have to hit it, right?
sure. What are you
Um,
doing about this guy? Anything?
I think I'm just gonna punch him once, and actually, then I'll be hurt. Then I could Vibranium Suit. You have anything to help? Do you want to switch to your Storm form, do 2 damage, and then that'll let me hit for 1 more too, right?
Do I? Let's see, so that. Do I play Professor X or Forge?
So Forge, after ends play, search your deck for a discard pile for an X-Men or X-Force support. So what, Utopia?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna play it
You
though.
already have X-Jet, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop X-Jet. And then play an ally, and that's it.
Brant said he would have played Under Surveillance instead of Suit. I thought about it, Brant. I thought about it. The problem is then I would not have gotten Skilled Investigator out also. So it's 1 less card out of my deck. Or if you're saying discard one of those, I don't know. Yeah, but I mean that's the cool part about this game is there's many options. So what are you doing?
I'll probably drop X-Jet.
Well, what form are you changing to? Because you could change now. That's an action, right? Oh, you can't because you're on the wrong side.
No.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
You could change, right? Once on this side, you just don't get the benefit. No, you can't change on this side. Never mind. All right. Can you do 4 damage or no?
Yeah, I can do 4 damage.
All right, so I'm gonna do the 2 then,
Sure.
and let you deal with the rest. Go for it.
All right. I'll flip up. I will do this. No, this one.
I was about to say, giving everybody minus attack. Are you doing the 2 over here?
Plus, yeah, just do the 2, and then I'll clear. All right.
Anything happen when he dies? Nope.
Let's drop X-Jet
Professor X.
and do Professor X. And then we'll do 3 off of probably Christ Defense Network.
Sure.
I assume getting the main scheme
Vulnerable
is probably priority.
Yeah.
Do we want minus attack?
Well, you can't change again.
Yeah, I can. Weather Goddess.
Oh. Or do you want to thwart? Oh, you can't thwart it all off. Yeah, minus attack's never bad, especially when you're.
Do we do minus attack or do you want to do retaliate?
I'd be good with either of those.
Retaliate gets us 2 more threat removal.
Why does it get us 2 more threat removal?
Because it's Hurricane.
Oh.
But minus attack could. Well, yeah. Let's just do the retaliate, right?
Yeah. Now, do you want to take it off the other one? Are we assuming we can get 3 next turn? Or
Can you get 3 next turn?
I mean, I get 2. Depends what I draw, right?
Yeah, if I do 2 off of that, I can thwart it for 1 if it comes down to it.
Okay.
And I'll be first player.
Cool. And now we've all got retaliate, so let's ready up and draw it.
You have retail too now, in theory?
Yes. Yes, I do. And I got my claws. Oh, no. I started with my claws. Oh, and I drew 5 cards because I'm an idiot. Even though I held 1. Brent says, not saying your playing was incorrect, just fun to see the difference in how people play. I agree, Brent. That's the great part about this game. People definitely play differently from each other. That would be a good discussion for post-stream one of these days. Not today. Today,
you could do it. You could do it if Brant comes on stream.
Yeah, well, that's true. Brent and I definitely have differences. Like, he loves flipping down. Although I made a flippy down deck, Brent. You'll be proud of me. This is definitely one that is meant to go down more than not. By the way, oh, that's Skilled Investigator. Never mind. I thought it was the one I could put on here, and then however much threat I could remove from another one. I was like, ooh, we want this to go up. Because I do have a Crisis Averted. But that is not the case. All right. So Klaw is first attacking me. I'm just going to take it straight to my face. He attacks for
2 cards.
1 plus...
There you go. Merry Christmas.
1 plus nothing is 1. I retaliate 1. Then this one attacks me.
No, you retaliate 2. This is fantastic. They both die.
Oh my god. You're right. I retaliate 2 because I got my normal retaliation plus that retaliation. That is amazing. Weapons Runner attacks me for 1.
How do you feel now?
Boom, dead. Weapons Runner attacks me for 1. Boom, dead. So Panther has natural retaliate, and then this weather form is each character gains retaliate. So, yep, retaliate 2 feels pretty good. But speaking of being hurt, I am hurt.
Well, Professor X is not retaliating, turns out.
Well, yes, when you're dead, you don't get to retaliate.
Oh, we forgot to confuse.
Claw because of Professor X. Thank you, Cinder92. I was like, yeah, I was thinking about that, and then I totally spaced on it. Yes, because I want to flip down all the time. Panther wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Take your card.
Oh, yes, I'm first.
Is this why the games take forever? Because
I get distracted and I start singing? Surge, reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Yay. Are you trying to say I take a while? Here, look, your smart-ass comments. Go ahead and take your obligation, buddy. Flipped alter ego form, you can't change forms. Exhaust yourself to remove it from the game. So it is a forced flipped alter ego. Oh. The villain and each minion engaged attacks you. Well, there's that.
Well, at least there aren't any minions, so you got that going for you.
I do. I'm just going to take it to the face again. 1, 2.
3.
All right.
In total.
So 3 total, and he takes 2. I think Klaw...
That's like almost an even trade.
I think Klaw's regretting some of these decisions in life he's making. He's like, what is going on here?
Well.
The villain schemes.
Still not bad.
I mean, that's fine. Confused is confused. Although I do have a Crisis Averted in my hand, so it's a little sad, but whatever. Whatevs. All right, your first player.
That's a good thing. Do I flip up? Because I gotta get rid of this.
Yep.
Where we're putting that.
In the trash, baby.
Flip up. Should I get a card?
What is the thing that goes with that?
Clear skies. It's just stalwart.
I'm not planning on stunning or confusing, so I'm fine with that.
I mean, I also have Weather Goddess to change it to whatever, so. Okay.
It's sad that you got that when you're up.
Oh, wait, no, I'll pay
Don't
this.
you want to pay Power and all this? Yeah, not
the
double resource. That way you can play Sunfire. I assume is.
I don't need to remove anything, right?
What do you mean? What's Sunfire?
Yeah, there's nothing to remove.
Yeah.
No. I will actually do the thwart on this.
So thwart for 1.
Crap, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Skilled Investigator. Oh, Mansion. That changes things.
Do you want me to change this to anything? You attacking or anything on your turn? I assume not.
I would probably thwart and flip down, or maybe just flip down and heal.
Yeah, I think you just heal. All right, so I'm gonna Weather Goddess back to Hurricane, because you were complaining about the weather earlier today.
Well, don't do it yet. There's literally no reason to do it yet. Because if I do attack, for
Why
whatever
would you attack?
reason,
Don't you need a heal?
well, if arrows attacks or whatever else, just humor
You're
me.
gonna attack with arrows for a 2 threat thwart?
Relax.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. Just humor me. For the love of God, Terence. So this is interesting. Do I actually get rid of my claws and my helicarrier to pay for mansion? I think the answer might be yes.
No, why don't you just dump everything for mansion and then keep your claws?
That's what. Oh, but I was going to give you a skilled investigator to get it out of my
It,
deck. And
no, I feel like the upgrade's worth keeping, right?
okay, well you could put it back in your deck. There is an alter ego card, and if I'm going alter ego this turn,
The one that's on the bottom of your deck, discard pile,
is it?
ancestral knowledge.
All right, shut it, Terence. Never mind. All right, fine. I pay everything but the claws.
Shuri only pulls from library, right? Your deck, not discard.
I think that is correct.
Yeah,
But
so you can't even use Shuri to
Mansion's
cheat it.
super important for this deck. Hey, I got all my upgrades. So am I just flipping and healing?
I think so.
Terence, why haven't you switched forms yet? I'm just totally effing with you, by the way, after I yelled at you.
Yeah, I probably should just do main, right?
2 for main, yes. We don't want to lose main. Oh, I forgot to accelerate, by the way, for the Immortal Claw.
Yeah.
Oh, and his health number wasn't right. It was...
It should be 36, 46.
Should be 46, yeah. It is 16... It is 18 short, I am sure. Yeah, because the only damage we did was my 2 retaliates, right? I think that's right. So
18 is 42.
42. Yep. Sorry about that. All right. We good?
Oh, wait.
And I actually get 6 cards. Because I am a boss. Why did I draw way more than 6? Because I had 2 in my hand. I keep doing that. Terence. Golden City. That is a definite. Especially while I'm down. All right, Terence. We are going to add 3.
Oh, wait.
Because of the Mortal Claw.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't pitch it. All right.
Okay, so Claw is going to attack you for 1 plus 2 boosts. Jumping. Boosty, boosty. 2 more. Total of 3. Are we on retaliate right now?
Yeah, but he can't retaliate.
Yes, because dead. All right, so going to scheme for 2 plus another 1 is 3. Boom, boom, boom. That's not boom, boom, boom in a good way, by the way. All right. So, yep. Bad cards. Hey, looky there.
You're the Justice player, right? So at some point you're going to thwart stuff? 5?
That is 5. Yeah, we'll see how that works out for us, Terence. You keep counting on me to thwart stuff. Hey, here's an hero action
Remember
that you could
when I
have
had
gotten rid of.
Sunfire? That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have definitely been cool. So after Claw attacks and damages the character, stun the character, and +1 attack. We need 1 of every resource. I mean, I could do that, but that seems bad.
Well, you have Golden City, so you don't know what you're going to draw, to be fair.
Brent said, haha, the Golden City plus Avengers Mansion's pretty ridiculous. Yes, it is. All right, I have to move my phone because I used to have a holder for my phone. I should probably figure out what I did. Oh, I know what I did with it. I'm using it for something else. Okay. All right, so I'm first player? Yes? You mind if I use my mansion myself? Because I'm trying to have a big turn here.
It's fine. I mean, as long as you're going to get rid of this thing.
Ooh, Fury. All right, Surveillance Team and Quake got to go. Put out Golden City. Draw 2 cards. Is this the time you don't play Fury? I think this is the time I don't play Fury.
Are you just going to dump both and call it?
No, I think I'm going to I'm going to put my daggers down and Wakanda forever. And just hold the claws again. Right?
You put claws in and then...
So, 1, 2 for daggers. Because that's the one that heals me.
Daggers don't heal you.
Oh, no, they're not. Those are the ones that deal damage to everything. Never mind, you're right. Put claws in, I'll hold daggers. And then, if you pay Fury to Wakanda forever. And do the stuff. All right. So let's see. We got remove a threat from each scheme. Actually, I might do the 2 to get us 1 away over here. Although, you can't. Can you switch to the remove threat or no?
I am on remove threat.
That's what I'm saying. Can you change to it? Do you have the weather goddess or anything else that would let remove 3 threat from among schemes in play? By the way, so yes, you can remove threat this turn.
Yeah, but who's getting rid of this trash, dude?
I mean, that's a problem for another day.
Okay.
You just make us stalwart and we ignore the stun. It's literally just 1 more damage, right? By the way, can you switch from retaliate so I don't get punched in the face here?
Are you attacking? I guess you're attacking.
I mean, I've got
what do you want me to do?
Forever. What do you want to do? Draw a card if you want.
Do I need to torrential rain first?
What does that do? So I already paid for my Wakanda Forever. Let me draw those back in my hand.
Allows me to remove 3 threat and then resolve
the remove 2
special
threat.
ability.
So you want to remove 5?
Yeah, I'll remove 5 off of that.
Oh, well
I guess I'll draw a card.
And I draw a card for Skilled Investigator, which doesn't change things, except I don't know. Do I hold Sonic Rifle? And Energy Daggers?
It's expensive. I don't know, it's up to you.
It's very expensive. You're saying Sonic Rifle is expensive? But you do realize I have Golden City out, so I definitely want to be flipping down. I mean, I could hold Fury. That's the other option. All right. Well, either way, I'm Wakandering forever. I mean, they're both too expensive, so I'll pay Fury because he's more expensive. Okay, so Wakanda forever. You think I remove more threat or heal more? I'm going to thwart myself. So I'll just remove 1 threat, deal 2 damage, and then heal 2 from myself to go on to the villain. In that order. And then I thwart for 2. Alright. Go for it, Terence.
I will... just pay for combat training?
Not the worst thing in the world.
Do you want me to thwart for 1? Hit for 3?
That's up to you, man. What are you feeling?
Guess I'll hit for 3.
Okay. Nice. Alright, ready up, draw up. I am going to drop the rifle. Although main scheme's not looking pretty. I'm going to have to do something about that. Hey, there's 3 Overwatches in 1 hand. And a Crisis Averted, though. Oh. Guess what? Well, either I'm dropping Energy Daggers or I'm using my mansion to make this not so terrible, hopefully. Alright, so we're going to add 3. And then he is going to attack me for 2 plus 2 boosts. I'm just going to take it. Oh my gosh.
Oof, those Sinister Assault boosts are no joke.
So that was 5 plus 2 is 7. And I'm stunned. But again, you can make a stalwart.
No, you're stalwart.
Oh, we're stalwart currently.
Yeah, clear skies.
Oh.
Look at that beaming smile.
Nice. That is a good smile. I like that smile. All right. So you're getting hit for
retaliate
2.
1?
Yes. Good call. You're getting hit for 2 plus 2 boosts. You do anything about it? Did you want me to block? Well, never mind. I have 3 health.
I think I'm gonna flash freeze.
What does that do?
-3 on this attack.
Okay. Well, attacking this phase, dude. Why didn't you do that when he attacked me?
Because it attacks you.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, did you want me to defend?
No, it's fine. What's this? If the activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. Well,
Yeah.
that's a shame.
So I
So
take
he does
2.
2. Yep. So he is still -3, right? But you weren't in your defensive one?
No. I mean, there's no like what the defensive one does. It blanks a minion, and there's not a minion to blank.
Yeah.
So
All right. So we'll take our encounter cards. Oh, quick strike and villainous. This doesn't seem good when I'm at 3 health. Do I defend? You
yeah,
can't defend
I
for
can't
me.
do anything.
Yep. So pray to God. Praying to God. That's 3. 4 -2 is 2 damage. He does take 1 retaliate.
Well, you want
Claw.
some more attacks? Flash freeze is getting extra mileage right now.
Yes, thankfully.
Do you know that I'm gonna get exhausted from the sonic boom?
I mean, that's the best case scenario, right? You just took 3
0
-3.
damage right there.
0.
Is that a boom 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 moment?
Boom, boom, boom. Taking 0 damage. Wayo. We're both exhausted, and I get this stupid villainous guy in front of me. After Vulture activates against you, discard a random card from your hand. Also, by the way, which doesn't make me happy. Oh, it's Crisis Averted. Oh, the only card it couldn't be. Hey, remember how I said I was going to use my mansion? You can have it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't need it. That's why I needed it, so I didn't have to dump my daggers.
Well, no. You flip down, right, and see what you get.
Well, yes.
My first player, though?
You are
Is
first
that the
player.
problem?
I mean, the problem is we're on 7 threat. We got acceleration. He's not confused, and we still got this vulture jobber that's villainous. Like, I mean, we may just lose the first scheme here.
That's fine. So do you not need mansion? Can I take it?
Sure.
I mean, I guess I don't know what you're doing this turn.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, I'm flipping down and praying to God is what I'm doing.
Don't you have like counterintelligence or something fun in your deck?
I do. Hopefully I draw it. I only have 2, though, and I think I already drew at least 1.
I think I just dropped both of these. I feel like we're going to take some damage this game.
So, here's fun thing. Oh, it says buy a thwart. I was going to say, we could bounce these Overwatches back and forth. Put it on one to bounce the other to bounce back. But no, it's got to be a thwart. That removes it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do anything about Vulture. Just because I got exhausted twice.
I mean, yes. So are you done?
So I might just flip into Hurricane and just remove 2 threat off me.
Yeah. It seems important since I'm probably flipping down. When I say probably...
Is there a world where you don't?
No. All right. I think I attach... Well, I don't need to attach these in hero form, huh? Oh, no, I do.
No, you can do it anytime.
No, it's hero interrupt. Oh. It's hero interrupt.
Yeah, you can attach it, but like you don't even trigger the effect in hero.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm not going to do it now then. I'll just flip down. Golden City to draw 2. Oh.
Well, there you go. Boom.
Counterintelligence it is. All right, so let's put out my daggers. Let's use 2 of these to pay for counterintelligence. Sweet, that worked out. And then we'll put 1 of this on what, the main scheme? Since I have critical whatever, which might be 6, which could get rid of both at the same time, which would be amazing. All right, but we're done for now. So here's an interesting question. Do I hold off on counterintelligencing till we see what happens? You know what I mean? Because we may go over anyway, theoretically.
Sure.
So why don't I hold it till later?
Sure.
Because I can decide when to use it. All right, but anyway, I'm going to ready up and draw up. Because that's, first time I'm drawing 6 cards. I do have a Wakanda Forever. I have a
Oh, this is your like third time drawing 6. Opening turn, other time you flip down,
no,
another
no,
time you
no.
flip
I
down.
always had one upgrade in my hand every time. Sometimes two.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I do have 2 for Justice, which seems good. With Quinn Carrier, which also seems good. I also have a Sonic Rifle, which will make me happy.
Well, Wakanda Forever seems good.
I mean, all of it seems good, right? Like, I'm not sad. I am gonna get an extra encounter card though because of all of this, but that is a later problem. 3 on the main scheme. He is going to attack you. What are you doing about that?
Nothing. I mean, I can only prevent one damage.
All right. So 4, 5,
6.
6, and then you get stunned.
Yeah.
So you got that going for you. All right. Klaw's gonna scheme for 2 plus 3 is 5, which would not flip it, right?
Yeah. 5 plus what? 8 is 13, and it goes up 12.
So the question is, do I stop 3 of that and then pray he draws less than a 1 here? I mean, I guess it's stopping it a turn earlier. It's saving him from also scheming on the next one, right? So
yeah.
We got that going for us. So yes, I will counterintelligence it now. And then 1 plus, come on. 1 is 2. Exactly enough. Which kind of sucks.
Oh wait. So now we do this thing, right?
Yep. 1 revealed. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put it into play with the first player. Who is you, thankfully, and your villains have already activated. Oh no, that's 1 revealed. I'm sorry. But it's going to be the same thing. 1 revealed, discards from the encounter deck. Put a minion into play, engage with the first player. Advance to stage 2B. To be or not to be? That is the question. What did you draw? Oh, you drew this?
Nefarious State.
I mean, I could get rid of Skilled Investigator. I am about to
It has
shuffle
the
my
Black
deck.
Panther upgrade.
What?
Has the Black Panther upgrade. Just get rid of energy daggers, dude.
Yeah, I'm about to shuffle.
I mean, you have to heal, right? Like, there's no
Yeah.
world where you can't.
Yeah. And we just shuffled the enemy deck, so I think we're all right. All right. Oh. Remember how you suggested we do Sinister Assault? That is no bueno, Terence. No bueno. All right. I am first player. As you said, there's no
That
world
you
in
are.
which I can't not heal. Let's go ahead and draw 2 cards, which will get me an encounter card. I mean, I'll help you as much as I can with these bad guys. I'm probably going to Wakanda Forever at least once, right? So there is that.
Well, I'm probably gonna flip down. You need to shuffle your deck, which is really nice for Shuri, for what that's worth.
Okay. I don't know if I need Quinn Carrier, but I always need Quinn Carrier.
I think you do need Quinn Carrier.
So I pay. I mean, the question is, are we trying to get rid of this thing?
Also saying that, I think that's why you want Quinn Carrier, is to eventually get rid of it.
But I mean, the Vibranium I can use to help get rid of it, right? Between Vibranium and Quinn Carrier, it's gone. I don't know if this is the right.
Yeah,
turn
I just
to
don't
do
know
it.
if you need to do it this turn. I'm just saying, I think you want
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, so I'll discard Quake to put Quinn Carrier in. We're saying Shuri for sure.
You're saving Shuri?
I said we're saying what upgrade would I pull?
I mean, you can literally get the thing you just discarded, right?
Well, I don't need it now though. So do I potentially hold Shuri and do For Justice and Wakanda Forever?
What are you for justicing? The side scheme? We just cleared main.
Wait, where did I put a thing on?
It goes away because the main scheme went away.
Is that true?
Yeah, it gets discarded. New card.
So it's like a different scheme?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Has a different name.
Ah.
This was...
So yes, side scheme. If I were to do it, that'd be 4. So I could clear side scheme, which losing in acceleration seems like not the worst thing ever. And I'd get to draw a card. So yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. Let's start there. So I'm gonna.
You don't. Wait, you're gonna pay for.
For justice.
Okay.
For 4, right? So that's 1, 2. To remove 4. And then.
Oh, did you do this, by the way?
What was it? After Electro engages you.
Discard cards off top of your deck.
So you get a lightning.
Yep. Or wild. There you go.
All right. So I think I Wakanda Forever, right?
Yes.
That will let me clear this side. And I think that's what I do. And I can give you Mansion probably, depending on what I draw. So 1, 2. Or how much help do you need killing these dudes? Because I could kill one, theoretically. So this is the one instance where you do Tactical Genius first, then Claws. That'll do 5 to kill Mr. Villainous.
Claws is 2 on everything?
Wait, what? No, that's the 4 damage one. So I could do 4 plus another 1 is 5. So I could get rid of that. But then I'm only removing 1 threat. Or do I remove 2 threat?
Or do you heal for 2?
Or do I heal for 2? Right. There are many options here.
I feel like the answer is heal for 2, right?
All right. So heal 2. He does not have retaliate. So I'm going to end up putting 4 on him. So putting him to 5. Is that what you want? Or no? Is that like a terrible number?
I was going to play Blast of Wind here.
What does that do? Each minion? Okay. So I can do 2 here to get this up to 3. And I can do 2 on this one then. He's got retaliate, but one of these is not an attack. Right?
This is not an attack, Blast of Wind. For what?
Well, this isn't an attack either. Move damage from yourself to the thing. Oh, it is an attack. Crap. They're both attacks.
Wait.
So
I can, before you go, Blast of Wind.
Okay.
So I will remove 2 threat off the side scheme before you do yours.
Okay, wait. So where are we at now? Hold on. So
no. I can do it after 4 Justice.
This is flipped.
I'm just resolving my weather effect.
All right. So hold on. I have not Wakanda Forever yet. Then is what we're saying.
Yes. So I pick a player. That's you. I'm gonna shoot a Blast of Wind. Do 3 damage to the villain, and each minion engage with that player.
So 4 and 3.
Yep. And 3 to boss main.
And 3 to the boss. Are you gonna flip to
Alter Ego? Most likely. At 2 health.
Well, not only flip to Alter Ego, but are you gonna flip to the damage form? No, I guess not.
I mean, I can do what I need to do.
Well, the question is, I can't kill both of these right now. And kill one or the other.
So what are you doing for Wakanda Forever?
So that's the question.
So if you do 2 damage here,
then he'll be at 1. You attack for 3.
He'll be at 1.
But then you wouldn't be able to heal. Oh, you can't attack
That's
at
fine.
all.
That's
You're
fine.
stunned.
That's fine.
You can't attack at all because you're stunned.
Yeah. So do.
So hold on. What's the unstunned form? Well, why don't you just do the flip to your 2 damage form? That gives him +1 attack. Is I guess the why not, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can just do Clear Skies and then I can attack for 3.
Okay,
because
but
I
then
have
you can't
combat training.
heal.
Nah, it's fine. I have Oro's Garden, the card you made fun of.
Oh no, I didn't make fun of it. We did a whole freaking reveal on this. This was the card we revealed. I didn't make fun of it. Get out of here. All right. So then why don't I? So I'm healing for 2, right? So I heal for 2, which means I do 2 damage here, and I do 2 damage to the boss, and I remove 1 threat here. That doesn't seem right. I'm just gonna heal for 1.
Wait, no, I removed the 2 threat from
Oh,
Blast of Wind. You get to draw a card.
I do get to draw a card. Do I care about any? Yeah, there's some Wakanda Forevers, so maybe I hold Shuri and Ancestral Knowledge.
Sure.
Or should I draw the card and just play Shuri? Although then I have an upgrade I can't play. Do you need the card draw, or do you want the card draw? That would let you pay for your crown.
I can pay for crown without it.
Would that let you save your cape though?
Like I will I need to attack this guy, right? That's the answer to kill him?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm going to flip to clear skies.
Well-
It's going to clear my thing,
yes.
and
Okay.
I'll draw a card.
All right. So do you want my mansion?
No, it's fine. I'll ditch boot camp.
But well, I don't
'Cause
necessarily have anything to do with it. I mean, I guess I could play Shuri. That'd be
I
the
mean,
one.
you play Shuri because Shuri will jump or whatever, right?
So I draw a card. I play Shuri.
And then you grab your upgrade.
Is it my discard? Didn't I
No,
discard?
you just shuffled. You just shuffled. And you can only search your deck.
I would have drawn it anyway. Not that it matters. Okay. So then Shuri will attack boss for 1.
Sure.
I mean,
Or plink off my tough.
or plink off your tough. Yeah, good call. Yep. All right. Go ahead, Terence.
I'll kill your dude. I'll
Thank you,
flip
sir.
down.
You're
I'll heal for 2.
Gentleman and the Scholar.
And I'll sack boot camp to put a crown in. And hold cape.
Seems good. Cinder said, Peter, you had already added 2 health when you played Wakanda Forever the first time.
Yeah, you said you
should
had
be
5.
at 7.
You should be at 7 health.
I mean, what good is it if I don't cheat? Come on, guys. You know that. I'm not good enough to play this game straight up. I have to cheat. Hey, I got a skilled investigator for you. If I don't play Blindfold or Monica Chang. Monica Chang seems good at this point. All right. We're going to add 3 threat to the main. Wait, why is this? Oh, this is the old main scheme. At some point, I guess I should get rid of counterintelligence or sonic jobbing as well.
Sonic Boom.
Yeah. All right. So
Sonic Converter.
he is attacking me for 2. I'm going to block with Shuri. Deals damage to you, so it doesn't, right? That's the definition of you here, because I block with Shuri?
I think so.
Yeah, because you would be my character, not any character I control. Doesn't make sense that I would exhaust. All right, go ahead, Terence. He's sorting against you.
Yep. Scheming.
2 plus nothing. And then 1 more scheme over here. All right, draw your card. Surge, exhaust your identity. Well, there you go. The game answered the question for us. You like surges? Oh, let's get this garbage back
There's some
up.
size games for you. It's okay. You have a Justice deck.
I mean, sure. When revealed in hero form, take 2 damage and Klaw heals 2.
Is that like his form of vibranium suit?
I mean, he's just like, by the way, bro, I got that. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Hey, remember how I said I was going to give you Skilled Investigator? That
It's
is
fine.
no longer true. I mean, I could give it to you. I don't need it myself. We'll figure it out. All right. You have a card? Oh.
Hello.
It's me.
Okay.
I'm the problem. It's me. All right. You're first player.
Uh-huh.
It's all up to you, Terence. You got this.
Well, I'm going to heal. That's the easy decision, right?
Well, yeah, with the garden.
Do I need
Tonight at the garden.
I need my attack, most likely, don't I? Are you playing Monica Chang?
I was thinking about it.
Or are you playing Blindfold?
I mean, Monica Chang gets you 2 cards out of your deck. Blindfolds, I mean, they'll both thwart for 2 this turn. Blindfold, the benefit is you get to look at the cards and remove one. I think Monica Chang, just to get the 2 cards out, in the long run, she does more for you.
I really wanted to play this Wolverine, but I don't know if it's the right call.
What are you thinking? Lightning Bolt?
No, I'm thinking Blast and Win.
What's
I
that
choose
do?
myself, do 3 damage to everything. That
Oh,
kills
yeah.
2 dudes and puts 3 on Hobgoblin.
Yeah, and you could kill him with an attack. Yeah, Blast the Wind is definitely the right call. I mean, hold Wolverine. Right?
Well, no, just like to get the danger room, but it's fine.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Here, you want to take a card?
Do I
it's...
need to? Do I need to heal?
Well, you'd probably rather attack and not
Yeah,
take
probably
a
rather
villainous attack. Right?
It's okay. At some point, you'll get a sonic rifle out and play, right?
I mean, you're the one who told me to discard it because it was too expensive.
I think that's still the right call. Just
I'm
saying,
just-
at some point you will.
I'm
I'll probably get Professor X at some point too. Again, because I'm about to deck. All right, so let's kill all these yahoos.
I mean, seems
3 on
good.
that. Yeah. And then I also get to draw a card, I guess. Huh, should I
Oh.
flip that first?
We also forgot to remove 10 health from Claw when we got rid of Immortal Claw, by the way.
Should I flip this or take
Nice,
the card?
Cinder. What was that?
What are you doing for thwarting? Anything?
I mean, I'm a thwarter, dude. I'm going to remove at least 2. I'm going to try to get rid of that if I can. I don't know if I can.
Do you need me to remove 2?
And wouldn't that give us... No, it doesn't give us +1. I mean, hold on. Let me use Mansion. If you're not... Do you need it? Or
Take
do
it.
you...
Take it.
Come on,
Take
Wakanda forever. This would make a difference. Crisis averted. I mean, it's not terrible. But it doesn't get rid of...
Do you want me to Hurricane?
That gets rid of 2 or 5?
2. I'm playing Blast Wind, so I get to trigger the special on my weather.
Yeah.
I'm either taking the card or doing Hurricane.
Would that remove 4? 2 and 2 again?
Yes.
So you could remove 4 is what you're saying now.
Yes.
That seems better than 2. Yeah, 4 would let me clear it. No question.
Okay.
If that was the case, I probably would not have... You said 2. I thought it
Well,
was 2.
I mean, 2 is the initial thing.
And then 2 again.
Yeah, and then 2 again.
Yeah, I wouldn't have drawn the card. I would have given you the card.
Oh, are you flipping down? No.
I mean, one of us should. Right?
I just flipped up.
So maybe. If I can afford to do that.
I would appreciate the chump if you flip down.
Yeah, I will definitely give you the chump. And I can remove all the threat, I think, from main and...
So do you want me to do 2?
No. 4
Do you want me to
this.
drop this to 3 or 4 off of this?
4 off of this. Because I have Crisis Averted, dude. I think Crisis Averted is going to get played this turn. and then I flip
Because
down.
if you play Monica Chang,
I
she can do
flip.
the one.
I flip down, and then I play Monica Chang. After I Golden City, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold Wolverine.
Yes. All right. So you did 4 there. Nice.
Wait. Wait. Did I do this wrong? I did this wrong.
What did you?
I should have played. I should have played Cape first, then flipped to Hurricane, then played Lightning. So then I could ready.
Wait. So how did you remove 2 twice? I'm still confused about that.
All right. So Hurricane removes 2 when you switch it.
Yep.
Right. Lightning, not Lightning Bolt. Where is it?
Blast of Wind.
Blast of Wind allows you to trigger the special ability of whatever it is.
Oh,
it's like
so you did it a second time. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
But I was saying that I
You would have played
would
your
have
cape
played my
first.
cape first so I could ready and do one more
because
thing.
whenever you do your special, you get to ready.
If I knew that, would I have healed before I flipped up? Probably, right?
Did you have all those cards ahead of time? Did you know you can do all that?
I didn't get any card draw.
Yeah. So do you
Remember
want to
you took
heal
mansion.
first then?
Yeah, I think that's the right call, right?
So heal
Get up
3
to
more.
9.
I mean, seems good. All right. So we got Board Game Lawyer and Cinder chatting there. In the chat. Welcome, both of you. Well, Cinder we've talked to. Welcome, Board Game Lawyer. All right. So my thing is that I'm going to Crisis Averted. So I'm going to play 1, 2.
Quinn.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Do you want... And I'm going to give you Skilled Investigator, yes?
I mean, only if you don't need it.
Sure. I had the extra card draw early. We'll give it to you now. So I paid 3.
Wait. But do you need it to play Monica?
Oh, good call. I don't need it. All right. So that's Crisis Averted. Which removes
No, I mean,
3.
like, do you need to spend it to play Monica because you're only drawing 2 cards?
I mean, I'll spend my daggers. It's fine. If I need to.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, at that point, you don't need it then in front of you as well.
well, yeah, because I'll just draw at the end of my turn. You're right. I'll use it to pay for her, potentially. All right. So removed all the threat there. Then I am going to flip down. I'm going to Golden City to draw for 2. Of course it is. All right. The most expensive Monica Chang ever. 1, 2, 3. 2 of them being Wakanda Forevers. It's very sad. So get what teams? Where can I look? So
Yeah,
I want it from discard, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Or no, because I've got so many Wakanda Forevers. Do I want to reshuffle?
Yeah, maybe you just want to cycle your deck. I don't know.
Yeah. So what is it? Surveillance team. So that goes into play. It normally starts with 2 count,
snoops.
3, but now it starts with 4 because, although I'm going to put it to 3 and use it to get rid of this garbage. So now we're not drawing an extra encounter card.
Monica hits for 1.
Sure, because she's about to chump for you. Is that the...
You know, I wouldn't say no.
I mean, we already said I was going to do that, so I will be good to my word. So let's draw 5 cards. Hey, Jack Flag. Hey, Wakanda for...
Or
hey,
Nick Fury.
Yeah, hey, Fury. Hey, Nick Fury, Golden City, Avengers Mansion. I should be able to do something this turn. Overwatch, although not necessary right now. We're pretty clear right now. Actually, what I probably do is try to get rid of this stupid thing, right? Finally. With all this card draw, I should be able to do that. Overwatch is my only fist, although I have my Quinn Carrier too. Okay, so We already added the threat. He is going to attack you. I am going to chump that. Wow. That was the wimpiest chump ever.
I feel like you never know with Klaw, especially with Sinister Assault.
Yes. Hopefully this is just as wimpy. 2 plus 0. Yes, it was. And we just got rid of both advances, by the way. Which feels real good. Because I don't like advance. I don't know about you, Terence. That's the thing.
Tough.
Hey, you got Wolverine. And I can let you get some card draw.
Insight too.
That's fine. I have a surveillance team. We're fine. Nothing lights the world on fire like surveillance team. Surge. 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 Discard a card at random from your hand.
Better not be Wakanda.
I mean, of all the things to lose, I wouldn't have minded Wakanda. The only negative now is that was my fist to get rid of Sonic thing. I do have Queen Carrier though. Yeah. All right, so I'm first player.
You are. What do you got?
Well, let's start with Golden City and go from there. What do I got? I got stuff. I'm definitely getting rid of this turn. I feel like that's a priority, right? Do I?
I don't know. I feel like we've been taking it for a long time now.
I mean, but we don't want to keep taking it, do we? Well, we'll see.
I mean, no, I don't really.
I mean, I can definitely Nick Fury. So is that where we start? I feel like that's right?
Sure. Yeah, you do that alter ego.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. To bring in Fury. So lets me draw 3. Yeah, I can Crisis Averted if we want.
Or just put in Dagger and double Wakanda.
I mean, there is that. So are we not caring about this? Is that what we're saying?
I mean, I don't know.
Do you want me to double Wakanda? Or do you want me to
seems
single
really
Wakanda
high value,
and
right?
get rid of this? I could single Wakanda and get rid of this as the other option.
Well, I mean, you heal and flip up, right? Because you up to 11, is that true?
Yes. So double Wakanding will get me to full.
Or do you not heal and double Wakanda?
And heal 4 that way? I mean, I double Wakanda, why don't I get the more value out of it, right? And like double thwart. I mean, I could probably kill your dude too. If you want me to do that.
I wouldn't be sad about that either.
All right. So what should I hold? If I'm double Wakanding. Like I don't need, because I have a Quinn Carrier.
Do you want Crisis Averted?
Or do I put the other surveillance team out now, get that out of my deck, and not Wakanda Forever twice? That doesn't seem right. All right. Well, anyway, let's just do it one thing at a time and we'll figure it out. All right. First, Wakanda Forever. Do 1 damage to everybody, right? Is that what that thing does?
It's in front of a player, isn't it? Each damage with that player.
All right. So that's you.
So who you picking?
That's
Me?
clearly you. So poke off tough. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. Is that what we're doing, or should I remove 2? Since I'm our thwart person. What are you thinking?
Are we trying to kill Ock?
I can kill him with my stuff, probably.
Okay. So he already has 1, right?
Yes. All right, I'm gonna thwart 2. So that'll be my last one. Is the thwarting one. I'm gonna heal one for myself, and I'll put 1 damage on.
Weapons runner.
No. I'll put 1 damage on Doc Ock, and then I'll just energy daggers or whatever claws for 2 for this one. Then my second Wakanda Forever. Are you going down?
I can go down.
Well, we're both full, right? And we've got a chumper. So we're probably not going down, right? So, yeah, I'll keep Surveillance Team then. Play Wakanda Forever with Crisis Averted. All right. So now 1 to everybody in front of you. Oh, the boss was supposed to take 1 from that as well. He takes the second one. And then I will heal 1. Oops.
Goes up.
And put 1 on him. So then 2 more on him, and then I thwart 2. Do you want me to kill him with Fury?
Sure.
All right, dead. All right. That's team. Oh, Surveillance Team. Unless you're thwarting.
I can thwart for 2.
I mean, you don't need to, though. I mean, you can. Certainly don't want to lose, but I think we're good.
Let's see. Attack training plus crown. Put in this. This and this. Puts in Utopia. Do I just thwart for 2?
Get it to 0? Who'd you thwart for 2 with?
Myself.
Oh, you got +1 from
Crown.
Yeah, I mean, thwarting for 2 is never terrible. I mean,
what do you want? Do you want it? Do you want it on Hurricane still?
I mean, you could switch it. Do you want to draw a card? I guess.
I mean, I guess I'll take your mansion.
Yeah. Use my mansion, and then we'll draw on a card. That'll let you pay for what
Next mansion?
What does drawing a card get us though?
It's just stalwart.
I mean, that's fine, right? We'll just avoid this as it comes in.
Sure. Should I just flip down and put 0?
I mean, that's up to you. I've got a chumper for one of us.
Why don't you just take it? And then I'll hold on to Torrential Rain if I have to do 5 thwart or whatever.
So wait, what did you say? I just take a hit?
I'll just flip. I will just flip down and then you can jump with it.
Yeah, that's fine. For the extra card draw?
Yeah, and I get extra card draw, and then I'll hold on to this in case I need to thwart more next turn.
Yep. Yeah, I think we'll be fine, though, at this point. All right. Draw up. Do I hold Surveillance Team? I think no, right? It's fine. Monica Chang will come back again. She'll pull it out. So we had 3 threat. Then I get punched in the face. More importantly, Nick Fury gets punched in the face. For nothing plus nothing leaves nothing.
5.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't retaliate. Let's put it that way. All right, so you get schemed upon for 2 plus 2 is 4.
2.
And then we take our cards. Steady and Villainous. So there's that. When revealed, either spend those resources or exhaust each character you control. Yeah, that's a pretty easy choice.
Easy.
Yes.
That was an easy choice.
All right, so your first player. Boom, boom, boom.
Do you need my torrential rain, or can I just dump Wolverine out?
No, just dump Wolverine out. Brant says, now you can just alternate flipping until you win. That's basically what we did the whole game, I feel like. Right?
So what is danger? What does this do?
It puts a thing on him, right? Wait, where is it? If you're alter ego, which you are, you get to put an upgrade on him. Just boom, right on. I mean, what are you thinking about? You definitely do that, right?
Yeah, but I'm wondering, like, it's the like Peter question. So like, do you flip up to get the extra resource? Then I can play boot camp, right?
Oh, boot
Without
camp's way
asking you
better.
for, without asking you for something, right?
Well, you can have mansion.
Don't you want to play crap?
I'm playing Helicarrier for sure. I mean, I just play Helicarrier in Wakanda forever. It's fine. I'll even have an extra resource with Helicarrier, honestly.
Alright, I'll take your mansion.
Yeah, go ahead and take the mansion.
Oh, Weather Goddess.
Under Surveillance is not alter ego, by the way. So I can just get my cards from Golden City to pay for Under Surveillance. So we're good.
Deck and discard.
Yeah, so Brent suggested earlier that I didn't need to play my daggers. I could have held those and spent those and held a Wakanda forever. Yeah, I mean, again, I think it comes down to personal choice. That's one of the cool parts about the game. I don't know that there is a right or wrong answer to a lot of these questions.
How much damage do you want me to do? 4 or 5?
I mean,
does it make
to
a
this
difference
guy?
for you? Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter.
Or do I not even hit him?
No, I mean, you should hit him. Like, what else are you going to do?
I hit boss.
I mean, anything, hit him for 5. Because remember, I get do 1 to everybody in front of me.
Well, hitting him for 4 means I can heal him for 1 this turn because I'm right down. Because I can X mansion right now.
Oh, hitting him for 4 is fine then.
Okay. Flip up. So 1, 2, 3. Should I just do this? Remove 2 threat. Or do you want me to... Do you want me to just Blizzard... Not Blizzard. Kill him with Thunderstorm?
No. Because I'm going to Wakanda forever. There's no reason to kill him.
Okay.
Although
so
I don't get the
Hurricane?
healing part of Wakanda forever. That's the negative of being fully healthy here.
So should I just do Hurricane? Remove 2?
Heck yeah. And retaliate? Oh. I don't like the retaliate. Don't do it yet. If you don't mind. I'd rather not get retaliated on 50 times.
No, I'm going to Weather Goddess into Clear Skies.
Oh. So you did that and then you're going back to Clear Skies.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then Boot Camp.
Perfect.
Which then readies me, and then I will hit for 3.
Yeah, that's boss. Yep.
Now I'm done.
So I think I Helicarrier instead of getting rid of this, right? Since we're stalwart anyway. It's basically just +1 damage. We're both full health.
I mean, I feel like that's what you were saying. Just like ignore it. So.
I mean, I could possibly put Eros in instead of Under Surveillance. If we'd rather have that.
It's up to you.
Actually, I don't know if the timing works on this. Oh, no, because I can use Helicarrier to pay for Wakanda Forever. Yes, it does work. So would you rather have Eros as a chumper? Rather than Under Surveillance?
Sure.
And he could thwart. Yeah. Alright, so we'll do it that way. Alright, so I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3 for Helicarrier.
Wait, don't you need Wakanda Forever in your hand and not your discard pile?
Yes, I do. You are correct. I am an idiot. 1, 2, 3 to play Helicarrier. Then I use my Helicarrier to pay Wakanda Forever. I knew something seemed wrong there.
I was just like, man, he's just really discarding as the opening
like,
salvo. I'm just like, I don't know how this strategy works. Are you hoping to draw
all
it
right.
somehow?
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna do tactical genius, or no, I'm gonna do 2 to everybody in front of me. So that'll be my last one. Will be the daggers. So I'm gonna do 2 damage, remove 1 threat, and I can't heal myself. So 2 damage to everybody in front of me. Remove 1 threat, and then 2 damage to 1 villain. Then I flip down. Oh, wait. No, I should do something first. I'll thwart for
Are
2.
you healing or are you attacking?
Healing? I'm at 11 health.
Or thwarting?
But I'm going to flip down. I'm going to Golden City to draw 2. That's sad.
You don't have to play him.
I'm not going to Arrows this. You're alright taking 1 hit, right? I mean, you've got the stupid garden. Right?
No, I think the gardens are like. I feel like having a support that heals you for 2 is like really
By
good.
the way, I'm surveillance teaming for 1.
Is it team strike time? This is where you dump all your allies out, right? That's like this point in the game where I just dump all my allies out.
Yeah, I mean, we're going for it, man. It's go time, baby. All right, so I'm going to hold Wakanda forever. Do I hold Eros? Or do I just hope to get another ally?
Do you care? You want damage on yourself.
Touche. All right, drawn 5. There's Shuri. And Jack Flag. Unfortunately, 1 Wakanda forever. Which is sad. But that's okay, because I'm using my own mansion this turn. I'll give you Helicarrier if you need it. All right, 4. Or add 3. Then he is going to attack you. And you're just going to take it to your face.
Take it.
Hey, goodbye.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, before you reveal those, I do have a defense card. I think I just play it. Flash freeze?
Do you have to play it before you see it?
Yeah, it's like when.
Yeah. All right. So that's. Oh, that worked out. So 5, 6, 7. Minus 3 is 4. And you are stunned. If you can be. You are not stunned. Nope. Stalwart's really pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to change it before I play Professor.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, yeah. Good call. All right. So then he schemes against me for 2 plus 2 is 4. All right. Now you get a card. I get a card. And then we boom, boom, boom. Hey. Is that 5? Oh, 4.
4.
Alter Ego. Claw heals 4 damage. If no damage is healed this way. I think we're okay with him healing 4. All right. And we're done. Well, we're first. All right. So Golden City. Draw 2. Ooh, crisis averted. Not the worst thing ever right now. I mean, I can get rid of this with 4 Justice too. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I also have Professor and Torrential Rain in my hand as well.
All right, so I won't crisis averted, but I will get rid of this, obviously. Just so I get the card draw for nothing else. What do I need with Shuri? Anything?
What do you have in your discard?
I think I'm mentioning real quick. Gosh darn it! I mean, I'm not sad about Monica Chang, but
she's expensive. If you sure you could give me your skilled investigator.
Oh, can I draw a skilled investigator?
It's any upgrade, right?
Yes. All right, so let's do that. All right. So
are you finally gonna get rid of this thing?
So I'm gonna spend 2 for Shuri. Now, why would I? I just spent what I would do that with. Spent 2 for Shuri.
You got to pull the upgrade out now.
Well,
you can grab any upgrade, but you definitely have a skill investigator. I checked your discard. It's not in there.
There. Yours. Um,
Thank you.
so I'm gonna flip. I can't believe I didn't draw another Wakanda Forever. I mean, that's the thing about Wakanda Forever that everybody complains about, right? It's like it's a great card, but it never works. All right. So I think I'm paying Helicarrier, but I reserve the right to change my mind later, just so I don't slow down the stream. All right. So 4. Actually, I'll just discard the other 4 Justice because I am drawing cards. So that way I have the option. There it is. Well, now I can't put Monica Chang out, which is what I wanted to do.
It's okay. You got Shuri to jump.
Yes. I mean, I think I just Crisis Averted to Wakanda Forever.
I mean, do you
I mean, I'm double
do
Wakandaing
you,
forever.
do you do you just put Monica Chang out and hold one Wakanda forever? Because then it gets another surveillance team out of your deck, so it's smaller.
That's what I was thinking.
You can
That's
just
why.
hold your Wakanda forever.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't get the healing benefit anyway, right? So it's
Yeah.
kind of crap right now anyway. Do we want the
Well,
extra
crap.
thwart though? I think we want the extra thwart here. Maybe not. We
I
have
mean,
enough.
just do damage.
Yeah,
Just do
yeah. All right.
damage.
So 1 to
I mean,
everybody.
Professor's coming out. He's gonna thwart for 3.
1 to everybody. 1 thwart, and then 4 damage. And unfortunately, I can't heal because I'm not hurt. Then I am going to use my own Helicarrier. Sorry, I was greedy this turn, spending everything for Monica Chang. But yes, it does get the other surveillance team out of my deck. And not only that, but it gives this one another counter, right? Which means I can use it. And I think these 2 thwart, right?
Sure, whatever you want.
I mean, you're thwarting 3 with Professor, right?
Yeah.
So I may as well get rid of. I may as well use my under surveillance or surveillance teams as well, and that'll let you clear it. And I hold Wakanda, and we're good.
Do I even thwart with Professor? Should I just hit for 2? Oh well.
Oh. Well, you're flipping down, right? We don't want to lose. Like at this point, it'd be very sad if we lost 2 advances or something.
All right. So Wolverine heals.
Right?
He doesn't get tough or anything on next stage, right? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think I'm just attacking, right?
Okay.
So I'll attack for 3.
Okay.
Wolverine attacks for. What is he attacking for?
3,
4, 5.
4, 5. I mean, the question is, do we leave him for 1 more turn so we don't get all the card draw? I think we'd get an extra villain in front of us. I think we wait till next turn, right?
I don't think anything happens, right?
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Are we allowed to look at it?
Yeah, of course. I don't know how to do it though. Oh, there you go.
He does get tough, so I was right. Oh well. Yeah, all that happens is tough. I don't think you care about that, right? You have retail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna chump.
So I can't use this on.
Well, you could just kill him with this, by the way. And you're gonna be first next turn.
Do you want me to give him plus attack?
No. Oh, you're flipping down, right?
Yeah, I'm flipping down. I mean, if we give him plus attack, I think you're okay with me flipping him, or with me flip.
I mean, I don't care about extra attack honestly because I can just chump with Monica. I mean, I'd like to take some damage at some point here, just so I can Wakanda forever better.
I'll Torrential Rain to get rid of that down to 0.
Oh, you're not Professor Xing? I guess he doesn't really do a whole lot here for us.
I'll flip down. I'll Professor X. I'll get Danger Room training out.
Are you gonna give him danger or attack training?
Oh wait, before I do that, I should do stuff, right?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I can still cape and stuff. You said you don't care if I give the plus attack?
Yeah, I don't care.
Alright, so let's just pop him.
So wait, what? Oh, you did 2 damage.
We'll pop. Yeah, we'll do the 2 damage.
Which advances him.
He's now
He
tough.
gets tough. And that's it, huh? 22,
Yeah.
so 44 health.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, there's no point in being cute. I'll just have him get rid of with his 1 attack the tough, right?
I mean, that's being
confused.
cute, and I guess he's jumping for me also.
Well, it's not even being cute. Like, I could have gotten so he had, like, I could have done training to give him +1, but that's
you
fine.
go first next turn, so I mean, you were getting rid of tough with Wolverine anyway.
Yeah. And then I just attack for another 4.
All right, let's do this.
And I flip down, heal for 2. Oh wait. Oh, man. Both the time. It's fine. It's fine.
What, did you forget to use cape again?
No, just I did do cape.
You forgot to
well,
Utopia
yeah, I mean, part of it is just like I would have Utopia'd.
All right, so do another how many? 4?
But it's
you would have Utopia'd before you played Professor X, and then you attack again. Oh no, because that would have been no, because Professor X you played after he had flipped, so you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, but you would have
so
just plinked off tough yourself, and then X would have done. So it's 1 more damage, literally.
It's fine. It's okay. We'll get him next turn.
Yes. Wait, why am I ready? Did I forget to do something? I forgot to do something too. That's okay. It's all good.
That's how good we are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how not ridiculously hard Klaw is for people who have played the game enough, as much as we have. Why can't I draw Wakanda Forevers? By the way, just like to point out, I've not had a good...
You know what's going to be really good? It will be this Team Strike that's coming up, though.
Whenever you get it. All right, we're going to add 4. Then... Who's where? I'm first player. So you're blocking with X?
Sure.
I mean, it feels bad that I'm wasting my, like, healing thing every turn.
You sound so sad about it.
I mean, it's only 1 to 2 additional damage, but still 1 to 2 damage. And then he doesn't scheme against you because he's confused. All right. Now we draw cards. Surge. Reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Surge. Exhaust your identity. Didn't I get these back-to-back last time, by the way?
Yep.
I feel like that happened. Klaw attacks you. If this deals damage, place a threat on the main scheme. Yay! Wait, why am I exhausted now? Oh, now I'm exhausted. Alright. I'm just going to take it. Wait, are you going to be able to make me stalwart? Are we stalwart? Or do I just Chang it?
Yeah, I'll be first player. Well, I mean, it's an action. I can do it.
Do you want to make a stalwart? Would that let you draw a card? What does that do?
Yeah, I got to draw a card.
No
one's ever sad about that.
Yeah, so I'll just take it then.
Oh, there you go.
So I take what, 3? And then get this in front of me?
No, you only take 2.
Oh, 2, you're right. And then he takes 1, retaliate. Weapons runner doesn't attack though.
There you go. Some insight too. This one we may want to get rid of though.
What is that? Oh, retaliate? Yes. Well,
but I have some answers to that.
I mean, look at my hand. I think we'll be okay. Like, I don't care about anything in my hand except for the Wakanda Forever. Maybe Crisis. Nah, not even Crisis of Verity.
All right. So I think I've healed a full.
I mean, what I need answers to is Doc Ock, really. And not even, because I'm going to Wakanda Forever, so I could probably kill him.
I will Sunfire.
Oh my gosh, Brent's been chatting it up, and I have not seen any of it.
Pull out Team Strike.
Yeah, so Brant's been calling out all our mistakes. He said he is tough on stage 3. Professor X readies Wolverine with Utopia, and Wolverine removes Tough. Ready Wolverine. He's now sad. Oh, yeah, you could have just readied Wolverine. Although Wolverine would be almost dead if that was the case.
No,
Wait,
he has
Hurricane
+2 health.
gives Claw damage? Oh, he did give Claw plus damage. Because we're on Hurricane, right? So I take one more damage.
All right. Sunfire, I did pay the 1. Oh, wait.
Looks like
that's a
he
cure
hit
action.
for 5, he says. 2, 3, oh! 4. I think he hits for 4. And I was at 11. Not 5, because this is a blank, and the other one was Weapons Runner. So that was... Yeah, he should have hit me for 4. Thanks for keeping us honest, Brant.
I'm going to flip up. I'm going to play Sunfire.
Oh, nice. Whoop! Sunfire!
And I'm paying the kicker to get rid of its retail.
Yep. That seems good.
And then I'm going to do...
Wait, I'm stunned also, by the way.
Wait, before I do that, I'm just gonna attack for 4 to boss, because then Sunfire will Utopia me to ready.
Ah, good call.
And then,
did you heal Wolverine 1?
I forgot to heal Wolverine for 2. Okay, now I'm gonna do Team Strike.
So how does that work? Where is it? Team Strike. Exhaust a hero and any number of X-Men allies. Deal X damage among enemies in play, where X is the attack of your characters exhausted this way. I mean, that's just cute, right? Like, honestly, at this point, you could have just attacked with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's just a cuter way of doing the same thing.
Well, you also just don't take any of the damage.
Right. I mean, yes, you could split it up between these villains, but I mean, we're just trying
actually, before I do that, I am not. No, it's fine.
I mean, at this point, we're just killing them, right? Like, we're going all out after the boss. I don't think we care about Doc Ock. Worst case scenario, if we see that we're not going to do it on my turn, I can get rid of Doc Ock.
I can hold Dust back, because Dust will hit all of them for 4.
Oh.
Hold Dust back. Dust hits everything for 5.
Yeah,
right?
That seems good.
I get 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so everything for 4. So I can hit everything for 4 if it comes down to it.
Okay.
So I'll hold her back.
So how much are you doing to the boss?
So I'm doing 4, and then Wolverine hits for how much? Another +3, 6, 10. And then Sunfire's another +2, 14.
All right. So all your allies are getting +2 attack from Boot Camp and Thunderstorm, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's 4.
And then Wolverine
5,
has +1 from attack
so
training.
9, 10.
Well, no, he's 6, right?
Yeah, so he's 6 because of attack training. So he's 6, he's 4, that's 10. And then you're another 4.
And then I'm 4.
With the plus attack and the combat training. So 14.
Yep. So 14.
Seems good to get down to 21. And then you're about to do 5 more to everyone.
Yeah. No, 4, right? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in total.
4 more to everybody. So that kills a weapons runner. It puts 4 on this one.
All right, and then I will flip to Clear Skies.
Which gets rid of my stunned.
Readies me, and then I just hit him for 3.
Yes, you do.
And then you're killing him,
Am
right? I don't know.
14
I'm asking.
is not 0. But I should be able to do 14, shouldn't I? I guess I got to put Quake in. Quake in Wakanda Forever? Well, let's draw some cards. Shall we? Yay. Freaking All right, so this is.
So that wasn't bad.
They wanted you to hit. Brant wanted you to hit with Wolverine because Wolverine attacks for more than you do. You attack for 4. Wolverine attacks for 5. So we would have had one
That's
more
fine.
damage if we. Well, I mean, let's be honest. I didn't attack last turn, and you skipped an entire attack last turn too, and it could have been with Wolverine, by the way. So yeah, we're just not good at the game. Is really what's going on here. I actually might not be able to kill him though. Trying to figure out how I'm doing damage. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus Wakanda Forever does 1, 2, 6. 4 and 6 is only 10.
Maybe I'll draw another Team Strike.
Right now?
No, I mean next turn.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. So with that being said, I guess we remove threat from the scheme and try not to die.
Wait, you have...
Oh, I'm +1 attack. Crap.
Wait.
Yet. Oh, you needed to ready.
I need to. Wait. You don't need your mansion, do you?
I already used it because I was trying to draw Wakanda Forever. Sorry.
No. I was saying if I had a card I could and your Helicarrier, I could play Lightning Bolt for 10 or for 8.
Oh, that would have been nice. Yeah, that would have been nice. And there's
because I had Death Focus still.
Oh. Yeah. Mistakes were made. We've made a lot of mistakes this game, let's be honest. Mostly me.
I mean, doesn't Wakanda Forever do at least
It does 6.
4, 6?
4, 5, 6. Yeah, it does 6 minimum. Unfortunately, 6 plus 4 is 10. Because
I mean, did you want... Oh, you don't want me to flip my thing, right? Before?
you already did it because that let you ready and all that stuff. Did you draw the card from this?
Because your allies could have attacked in theory.
Did you draw an attack for this?
I just thought I drew Lightning Bolt.
Well, we didn't know that then. I mean, bottom line is that wasn't a mistake as much as we just didn't know. Okay. Well, 2 for Quake, right?
Well, I knew it was Lightning Bolt before you mentioned, but I didn't math it out.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, 2 for Quake. And then Wakanda Forever with Helicarrier.
So it's another 6?
Make it 5, and then I heal 2.
Are you not killing Doc Ock?
No, I do 1 here. Wait, what are you doing to Quake? Quake hasn't acted yet.
Did you attack with her?
Not yet. So
You said 2 from Quake.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, do 2 from Quake. 5 from Wakanda Forever. 1 threat removed from the main. Did you do that?
No.
And then Monica Chang or Shuri kills Doc Ock. Remove 2 from the main.
Shuri's dead.
Why?
By the way. She's... Oh no, Shuri's 3 health.
Remove 2 from the main. Do I flip down just to get the extra card draw?
Sure.
Well, I can confuse first. Or Crisis Averted. I didn't think about that. Well, Sonic Rifle it is. Quinn Carrier. And these 2.
You could finally get
Stalwart.
rid of Sonic Converter.
Never mind.
He is Stalwart.
He's Stalwart. That's a shame. That is...
You could finally get rid of Sonic Converter.
Fine, I'll get rid of Sonic Converter instead. Jeez.
I mean, you don't have to. It's fine. I was saying you finally have the stuff, Ed.
Wait, do I?
Yeah, because... Oh, you had Quinn Carrier up, right?
I had Helicarrier because... Oh, I don't remember.
You had Quinn Carrier up, so it was 1.
Yeah.
'Cause
All right,
you
fine.
need to use
I'll
it
hold. I'll hold Sonic, which I'm probably gonna discard. Yeah, we'll get rid of this stupid thing.
Finally? It's
Yes.
happening?
When it doesn't matter literally at all. Uh, and Monica Chang she'll just kill herself off. Why not? She'll thwart for one. Just because it doesn't matter. All right, we just need to survive this, and then I'm not even flipping down. It's not even worth it. Hey, there's 2 Wakanda Forevers, son of a gun. All right, 4 threat. Let's just go through his turn as quick as possible. He's attacking you. Sure, he'll chump. What's this do?
Stuff.
Nothing. It would have exhausted me, but it doesn't.
For you.
2 for me. I'll block with Quake. I hate these stupid sideways cards because they don't. It's 0 though, so it doesn't matter. Quake's dead.
Have Hobgoblin.
What's Hobgoblin do?
Nothing. Just villain. Or not villain, minion.
Hey, tough villainous, elite brute. All right, we win. Right, you got 6 health left. I've got 2 Wakanda
Lightning
Forevers.
bolt. Done.
Oh, look at you, jumping out of order. I didn't. I
Take
did
an
not
action.
give you permission to take an action, Terence. I Wakanda forever to win. Twice. To win twice is good. All right, so let's go to our post-stream discussion and start talking about what do you do when your hero needs to build up. What do you do for those build-up heroes? That'll be our post-stream discussion today.
Talk to Brant.
So, Terence, boom, 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 Klaw. That was, I don't know. That seemed easy, I want to say.
I do think he's harder on in solo
Yeah.
versus multiplayer.
Well,
it's a lot of
Yeah.
threat early on. You have to kind of be able to do a little bit of everything, and in multiplayer you do get to specialize a little bit more. Though I did feel like I did a lot of thwarting for an aggression deck.
So Brant says, excellent, Terence gets the win. Nice killing blow, Terence. No. I did not give him permission to use an action on my turn. No, that is Brant. False, Brant. No, I definitely gave you the action. Yeah, you can take the glory, Terence. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I just feel like lightning bolt's just much faster.
Well, one
going through all
Wakanda
the
forever.
upgrades.
Yeah, I got to calculate. All right, 1 here, 1 there, 2 here. I would have healed 1. If it was a campaign, I would have made you let me Wakanda forever so I could heal up.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Actually, I would have just flipped and healed, right? Like, and then you could have lightning bolt. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about. So you're saying in solo, yeah, you're right, because the threat numbers are pretty low for Klaw, and the double attack can go lots of different ways. So
Yeah, especially with like I play tested not this aggression deck, but I was play testing a protection storm deck, that the one that you thought I was gonna bring on stream.
right.
And I think I actually lost 2 times just because double advances, just getting unlucky, right?
Yeah, that happens.
And there is just a lot of threat that you have to deal with, and so you kind of it is a good like all around. You kind of have to be able to do a little bit of everything in solo against Klaw.
Yeah, which is obviously not the easiest thing. I mean, that's where I built most of my decks, right? Or like these all-arounder decks. The problem with Klaw, which is the problem with a lot of these early villains, is you could just stun and confuse lock them to death. He has no stalwart, no steady. Actually, Klaw was around in the base box. There wasn't stalwart or steady, was there?
Nope.
Yeah.
I was ratted after.
Yeah.
That's okay. I have stalwart.
Yes, you gave him stalwart, so I couldn't even confuse him.
Yep.
Terrence, you're a bad man. So
how much value do we get that stalwart on that Sonic converter though?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Although it also stopped us from stunning and confusing just once. So let's talk about what do you do? So some of my favorite heroes in the game: Spider, Iron Man, Black Panther, Black Widow. Like, they don't come ready-made out of the box, right? It takes several turns to get there. Ironheart's another one as well. So there are these heroes that take a while to build up, and there's different strategies to deal with it. So do we want to cover them one at a time? Do you want to talk about your? I guess we'll cover them one at a time. Some different ideas that we have, and then at the end we can kind of talk about what our favorites are. There's obviously what I did today, which is Justice build, right? Where you flip to alter ego a lot, especially for somebody like Iron Man early on. There's Confused, because a lot of these heroes want to go to alter ego, these build-up heroes, because they have advantages. Panther has that city where he gets to draw 2 cards, right? So there's that's certainly one way to handle it. Any thoughts on that, or any cards that you'd want to bring?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Professor X that I played is really good. Obviously, it doesn't work against Doll or whatever, but just kind of being able to get Confused out on the table, so kind of like the opposite of Nick Fury.
Right.
I think that helps a lot. Aggression, the ally you were asking me for with Psylocke. Again, adding Confused there. I think anything that allows you to kind of feel okay about flipping down kind of really enables that strategy. Obviously, having access to Sonic Rifle and Injustice, and then if you're Guardian traded, you have is it Scare Tactics? I believe is the 1-cost card. That is, you have to be Guardian and you take a damage, cost 1, and then it confuses an enemy.
Yeah. So anything that confuses is good. But the other cards I brought today, Counterintelligence, or what was the one?
Counterintelligence.
Yeah, Counterintelligence, which allows you to, and I'm showing it on the screen, it lets you, there's no hero trading to this. It's one of the few things that lets you stop threat from being added while you're in alter ego. And it worked really well, as we saw today with Golden City, because I could hold it in my hand and guarantee to draw the 2 cards that I need to pay for it. So I think that's kind of a fun one that I don't think is obvious up front. Yeah.
I placed up Under Surveillance as another option. Being able to kind of increase the cap helps a lot that you had in your deck. Other cards I'm thinking of. Oh, it wasn't Scare Tactics. That's the one that does damage. It's Think Fast is the Guardian card. And then the other kind of one that maybe people don't think about as much is actually Foiled, because it's not hero interrupt. You can actually use it to deal with how many times you play a solo game and you're like, well, only a 3 boost would actually cause me to lose, right, or something.
Right.
And so Foiled actually allows you to kind of deal with that on alter ego.
So Foiled is an alter ego card as well. Actually, yeah, let me zoom in on it.
It's an interrupt, so you can do it on either side, actually.
When a boost card is turned face up during the scheme activation, cancel the boost. I almost brought this because it was 0 coster. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Being able to
and it's great because you can also use it as a hero to enable another player to flip down, right?
Yep.
So it's great in that. Though I don't actually think we've have it in a lot of the decks we've played.
I don't know that I've ever brought it, but it's funny because I love the aggression version of this. The aggression, well, there's 2 aggression versions, right? There's the one that deals that damage back to them. That's the one I usually play. I think it's 1 coster that cancels all the boost icons and deals that damage back.
Oh, that's a protection card. You're thinking about Preemptive Strike.
Preemptive Strike, you're right. Sorry. And then there's the other one, Protection, also, that just cancels the whole boost card for an attack.
But those are probably the obvious ones I think about. I think as you're leaning into stuff like Under Surveillance, obviously Agent Coulson comes to mind as a way to kind of pull that stuff out, and that potentially leads you down kind of the shield faction if you want to kind of go into that.
Because a lot of those things you can do alter ego. I mean, any allies, exactly, of course, are helpful. I think Monica Chang is definitely one that was helpful because it pulls out those surveillance teams. I mean, certainly beat cops, but they're... I mean, I don't know that I want to pay for Under Surveillance. The reason they're so great is they come out free with Monica Chang, which gives you a block, gives you basically 4 thwart, and then her own thwarting. So I mean, 3 costs seems good at that point.
Yep. Um,
All right.
this
Oh,
is kind of in the foiled realm too, but only if you're like helping someone else. But great responsibilities also if you have a high hit point pool,
yep.
can also be good to kind of prevent a threat from going over. And then the one other one that I think you were trying to play around with was psychic manipulation, for like
Yep.
Phoenix. Obviously, it can only be used by a single hero in the game right now, so very specific. But
Right.
you can prevent a scheme, which is super strong.
Yeah. No, that's very good. 3 costs. Now, but it only works with Phoenix, and Phoenix is not a hero that needs to build up. Really. She wants to build up a little bit, but I'm talking more for these, these armor heroes, really. War Machine, um, Iron Man, people like that. So, I mean, she can
I,
certainly help enable somebody. Um,
I think there's a lot of heroes who want to build up. Quicksilver's another one, right?
yeah, that's true.
Look at how many cards I have out. Like
Yes.
like it is not a small number. I
I
think a lot of the X-Men ones actually have a decent amount of build up because you might want a lot of their supports, like X-Jet,
yeah.
Utopia, X-Mansion. Like they're not cheap either, right? It's like 7 costs right
Although there's
there.
definitely some anti-synergy we've talked about before with some of them. Like X-Jet, you can't use in Alter Ego. But Danger Room, you need to use when you're in Alter Ego.
Yep.
Utopia doesn't work when you're in Alter Ego. So, like, Danger Room's the one that really stands out. Because you have to be in Alter Ego to put that on, which is great. It's a free upgrade that you get to pull from your deck. It's like basically a 2 resource thing. So the first time you use it, it kind of pays for itself. The problem is then you don't get to Utopia to ready yourself. You don't get to help pay for the ally with X-Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a weird. I don't know. I mean,
I
maybe
think the value is significantly higher in multiplayer because if you're flipping a lot because of Mansion, then someone else can play an ally and you can
sure.
fetch an upgrade out of your deck, right? So definitely making it a little harder to use.
No, that's true for
Uh,
sure.
Kind of going back to the topic though, actually in Justice, I feel like one of my favorite things that is different from just like kind of stalling the deck is it's one of the few aspects that has a lot of innate card draw with one way or another. I mean, you've seen me play this card a bunch of times this year
Yep.
already. But this is a way to kind of inversely like accelerate, not necessarily by flipping down, but like if your hero, depending on the hero you have, is actually decent at thwarting. Like I think Cap is a good example of this, right? With Fearless Determination, has like 2 thwart, can get up to 3 if you can confidently potentially clear that scheme on the turn that you're playing out. You get 3 more cards, and like just being able to go through your deck significantly faster.
Yeah.
You have 3 copies of this, like even just getting 1 or 2 of those in like that first go through your deck can really help you speed through your deck much faster,
Well,
right?
especially if you're limited in hand size like Iron Man, and Ironheart, where your deck's
Yeah.
smaller until you build up. That's not always the case. Like Black Panther, that's not the case. He actually wants more card draw even late game because, as you saw, you really want as many Wakanda's Forevers as you can. So that leads me to another strategy that can be combined with this Justice strategy or not, which is getting a lot of cards in play. So that's part of the reason you saw me take some of those 0 cost upgrades. So I kind of tried to do multiple things here. It's part of the, of course, Avengers Mansion, drawing cards. Drawing more cards is always good when you're trying to get through your deck, trying to get to certain cards. You know, obviously Golden City is very specific to Panther, but Quinn Carrier, Helicarrier, again, anytime you can get cards in play, Skilled Investigator, again, it's a 0 cost upgrade, but it's just there to really clear your deck. So your deck's smaller. At the end of the game, my deck was 23 cards plus 4 in my hand, so 27. I mean, you want to even get it smaller than that if you can, right?
Yeah, my deck was even smaller than that. My deck was 18 plus 3, 21 plus 3 in my hand.
Yeah. So I mean that's the reason you want cards to go and play, and it doesn't matter what aspect you have. But if you're trying to get certain cards, now 5 of my cards are Wakanda Forever, right? So like 5 out of 20 some is pretty good odds you're going to get at least 2 per hand. 1 to 2 per hand for your last couple hands. And certainly the smaller you make your deck, the more likely it is you're going to draw those cards. So that's another one.
Yeah, I feel like you're naturally inclined to thin your deck in a lot of build-up heroes because build-up heroes just naturally drop stuff on the board.
Right.
Like that kind of comes in the point of the strategy.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, ultimately you're just trying to thin your deck as well to hit hopefully the big events. There's some other stuff I think in basics. Obviously, like Mansion that you have out, anything that can accelerate like card draw, your Nick Fury that gets you cards, like those are, I think, pretty big staples in some of these things to again accelerate how
Yeah.
fast you're
Draw
going
more
through
cards.
stuff.
Yep.
Moon Girl I think is another one if you're champion or genius traded in Alter Ego, but then I think there's some stuff as well that I mean, spiritual meditation, if you're mystic, is why mystics are super strong at some of this stuff.
Yep.
Um,
Are there
like
mystics that build up though? I feel like not as much.
I mean, it depends on like what you're trying to put out, right? Like if you're playing, I mean, the only mystics are Adam, Scarlet, and Strange.
Strange, yeah. Which, by the way, we
Yeah.
never play Strange. We need to play Strange against somebody who's stalwart. Like if we want to be our normal crazy selves.
Yeah, I tried him against Venom Goblin and it was a bad time. I mean, Strange has decent amount. Like you probably want to get Sources Supreme out. You want to get his Eye of Agamotto out. You want, I mean, maybe the Sanctum out. You want Wong out. You want like, I mean, there's at least like 8 to 10 cards you probably want out. Like
Sure.
as long as you're including aspects and other things, depending on the build you're going for. So, I mean, it's like not Iron Man style, but it's like enough, right? You know.
Yeah. Brent has some good comments here. He says Utopia works in Alter Ego. Just raise an ally, not your hero.
Yeah.
Also, give your hero honorary X-Men to make it trigger your hero. That's interesting.
Yeah, we've talked about that. If you give yourself honorary X-Men, you can use all the stuff in Alter Ego.
That's very interesting. I never thought about that. So you could use X-Jet too.
Yeah, I'm confident we've talked about that on stream.
Yeah, no. I know when it first came
before.
out. Yeah, because because I keep complaining about the same stuff over and over. You know me, Terence. I have certain nits that get picked. But
it's solvable with cards, so that's good.
Yes. No, that is good. So Brandon also says Adam Warlock definitely has to build up. And actually, honorary X-Men definitely goes along with the strategy here of thinning your deck, right? Getting more cards on the table. So it's actually not a bad idea to do. Adam Warlock definitely has to build up. He's terrible without his upgrades and support. Yes,
yeah,
I
you
totally agree.
You want the quantum stuff. You want the thing where you discard and you get to draw cards out of it.
Yeah, so Adam Warlock, he basically discards a card from his hand to do an effect. Like if it's aggression or a fist card, then he does 1 damage. If it's a mental card resource, he does 1 thwart. Which seems kind of terrible. It's like 1 card for 1 whatever.
I think it's like 2 actually. Like you get better value than that.
But
I'm pretty confident.
Even above and beyond that, like he has cards that when he discards a card, he gets to draw a card. So now you're talking about you don't even lose a card in that situation. So it's not that he's terrible before he gets these cards, but these cards make him way better. And
it is 2 damage and 2 threat. Like it's definitely better value than that.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Sorry, where is he?
Just here.
Yeah. 2 damage, 2 threat, heal damage from an ally. If it's that's right. It depends on what type of card it is. It's not the resource. Yeah, it's
what type it is. But you have equal numbers in your deck of all of them.
And you have to have equal numbers, right?
Yeah.
Leadership, get +1 to everything. and it's a hero. So Warlock, we never thought about this. We need to do a Warlock Quicksilver deck or a Warlock.
Can't. You already play Quicksilver.
I don't mean. Well, we can. First of all, we can do whatever we want to do. But yes, we're trying not to replay heroes until we've played them all.
I was looking at Adam Warlock at one point for a thing. It just wasn't consistent enough yet, so I still need to do some tuning on the Warlock deck.
I actually really like Adam Warlock. He's one of the more interesting deck building heroes because, you know, you have to use all 4 aspects evenly. You don't have a choice, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Other cards that are in a lot of my other, like not always, but that I definitely think about is Meditation's a really good one. A lot of build-up heroes have expensive things they want to get out, and being able to exhaust to kind of play an expensive card out.
Yep.
Is generally like very good value. And then we don't run this all that often, but I definitely run it in some of my decks. It's 100% a deck thinning card. So you're not getting value that turn, but like really paying card to then draw more cards. It's like a delayed cycling.
Well, I
so
mean,
it's
it's
like also
super good with Hulk, right? Who just has to discard his hand at the end of the turn. It lets him get an extra card the next turn if he's in a situation where he's got that extra. So I think it was probably designed for Hulk, but also helps you cycle your deck faster, which is never bad in any of these games.
Yeah, it's actually good in a lot of heroes. Like I run Assess in Nova, specifically as well, because he has that resource card that if you draw it, you get to draw another card.
Okay, yeah.
So obviously that combos well with that. But I mean, yeah, anytime you can plus cycle, and if you need to spend it, you spend it, right? So
yeah, of course.
If not, if you have an extra card around, it's like kind of like Plan B or some of the other ones, right? Like extra card around, you just spend it to get value out of it versus holding it.
Plan B is another good one for these build-up heroes. Just because of what you said, first of all, it puts a card on the table, and then second of all, it's if you have an extra card at the end of your turn, you're gonna probably discard it anyway. Because again, these heroes want to cycle through their deck quickly, unless of course it's one of the things they need for their upgrades, which I held many upgrades.
Yeah, I actually find build-up heroes, I hold cards more than non-build-up heroes. Because if you have a bunch of events, like you're more likely the first pass to be one to let it go, unless you like really need it.
That's true.
With build-up heroes, I find I tend to draw through my deck maybe a little slower, unless it's like I'm fishing for a very specific upgrade, right? Or support or something that really that makes or breaks my build.
That definitely makes a lot of sense. All right, so we talked about adding extra cards to the board. We talked about cycling your deck faster, going through it faster. We talked about playing Justice to just be able to flip to alter ego more, because every hero has more card draw on their alter ego side than their hero side, except for Iron Man once he's fully built up. That's the exception, I believe. And maybe even Ironheart once she's built up. But again, needs to get built up first. So alter ego will help you get to a state where you do get to draw more cards on your alter ego side or on your hero side. But at the beginning, Justice helps with the flipping. The one card we didn't talk about is a leadership card, and we don't talk about leadership a lot just because we don't play it a lot, because we both think it's super powerful. But it's the card where and this is the original way I built this deck, actually, and it's ironically slower, I feel like, because you need to build up two things. You need to build up your hero.
You're talking about strength and numbers,
and you need to build up your board, right? Yeah, so it's a leadership card, strength and numbers. So as you get Avengers on the board, you can exhaust them to help your card draw. But, and you can have with Avengers Mansion, which I had, and what's the Wasp? It's not Wasp. What's the other one that doesn't take up an ally spot? Stinger. Yeah, so between Stinger, Avengers Mansion, you can have up to 5 allies in play. And then you can, with strength and numbers, you exhaust each of them to draw a card. So you can exhaust to draw 5 cards on a turn. But you've got to build up to that, right? And so now not only are you building up your hero, you're building up your board, you're thinning your deck, you're doing everything we're talking about. But, it takes a while to build to that state. It takes even longer. But it's going to help you along the way to do that. Because even if you've got 3 heroes out, you're still drawing 3 extra cards a turn. Which is not actually true because you're cycling the strength and numbers card itself as well. So it cycles 1 card and lets you draw 3. So it lets you draw 3 extra, but it's not like you get 3 extra resources per se.
Yeah, I mean, even before I reach for strength numbers, I think there's actually a lot of staple leadership cards that help you, like, like Maria Hill is probably the obvious go-to core set card.
Yeah.
And then White Tiger, when she came out later on in the Avenger cycles,
Yep.
was probably another one of the ones. But really, any card also that helps you kind of fish for stuff as well, because you can always discard the card if you don't want it. So
Yep.
I'm thinking of like Kalu is probably the obvious one over here in leadership. But then
After Clue
there's,
enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event, add it to your hand, and then you shuffle your deck. Yep.
yeah, because an event might help you. Could be a card that helps you maybe play more stuff. It could be an assess situation, right? We talked about that.
Well, and Kalu's
It just helps
Avenger
us cycle.
too, right? So between Kalu, Maria Hill, I had a lot of 2-cost allies. Squirrel Girl, you want these cheap allies for this deck because you're going to have to build them up. And with Avengers Mansion, they now cost 1. Or not Avengers Mansion, Avengers Tower, they now cost 1.
Only the first one costs 1.
Well, right. But Stinger is only 1 and doesn't count against your ally limit. Again, you're not using these allies to chump. You can use them once or twice, usually once if you're going cheap ally route to thwart or to attack. But then you're really using them again with strength and numbers, which is an event. Which are up here. These aren't alphabetical, are they? They came out in release.
No, you told
order.
me they're by cost, aren't they?
No, I think. Oh, is that what it is?
Numbers right here.
Yep. Yeah, exhaust any number of allies you control. Draw a card for each ally exhausted this way. So again, when you have up to 5 allies, because the Stinger lets you get 1 extra, and then Avengers Mansion or Avengers Tower gives you 1 extra if you only have Avengers allies. So, yeah, I mean, drawing 5 cards is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't play strength and numbers very much anymore. Like it actually, I feel like it's been years. I just find it's hard to slot. Like there's just so many good cards now.
Well, it's a resource for the first pass through your deck, almost for sure. Unless you just get lucky and get a bunch of cheap allies early. I mean, with you having said that, I kind of want to build a strength and numbers deck. I mean, I already have one. I was going to play it for Panther today, but I just found it to be too slow.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like one of the things that maybe we aren't talking about as much. I mean, we've talked about thinning, acceleration, other stuff. Like those are all nice. But really, like one of the core things that you hit on the first one with like the confused and other stuff is like really what is actually important in a heavy build-up character is being able to stall the game and control the board.
You're right.
Because you actually have to just bait the game long enough. Like this is actually the core part of it, right? Like you need to survive long enough to get your engine online, like
Yep.
a lot of other games, to basically then turn the game around in your favor because now you have Voltron and that you can outpace the villain. Like that is the strategy.
Right.
If we're to like actually talk about it, right? So all these things are about either accelerating that point in time to be sooner, helping you stall, like with Confuse and other things, where you're just not dealing with as much stuff, and you're basically devaluing the villain's turn to like hopefully allow you to kind of put stuff out, right? Like that's what confuses and stuns and things like that do.
Yep.
And that's really what it's about, right? So like cheap allies help you deal with like villain attacks and kind of that stuff. So
and they give you extra thwarting or extra attacking, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But something
Yeah.
in addition to the chumping that they're going to provide you as well.
Yeah, so you're really just trying to stall the villain.
Yep.
And
Now,
that's really like what a lot of the strategies.
is there a way to accelerate it? I'm trying to think of one. The only thing I can think of is for Iron Man specifically, there is a tech upgrade you can get for protection, which so Iron Man's weird in the fact that he gets to draw extra cards per tech upgrade he has with a limit. Um, so he only gets a 1 card hand size on hero side, but for each tech upgrade he has, his hand size increases by 1. So you want to get tech upgrades in. So that's a one way of accelerating it is adding things that help you, even if it doesn't help you like gameplay wise, it helps you get to your end game state faster.
Are you asking like what cards help people get
Well,
upgrades faster?
I'm just saying, is there ways to, besides stalling the game state and
I
thinning
mean,
your
it's
deck?
just card draw, right? Like that's the actual answer. You need card draw helps you cycle your deck faster. So
Yeah.
that is how you like. That's where stuff like the one way or another strategy is about getting your cycling through the cards of like the cards you actually want that are important to your build faster. Like that's not necessarily specific to an upgrade deck, but that is a
So
like
what's
anything
one
that
way or
helps
another?
you.
Let's.
That's the Justice card that's up here, or it was up here. Did you move it?
I did not touch anything.
Oh,
Oh,
one
that's
way
the
or
one
another
that
was the
lets you
that
draw
like pulls the side scheme and
side
then you draw
scheme.
3 cards.
Yeah, I remember that. You put it over here. Oh no, that's skilled investigator.
I don't know where they went. Maybe because I hit recall. It pulled it.
Oh, that's exactly what happens. Yep.
But basically, like anything that gives you card draw, really helps you. Um,
It's all right. Yeah, I remember it. So you put out a side scheme, draw 3 cards.
yeah, and
So
that's like kind of the staple where I think I was telling you, I think Justice is actually generally one of the fastest because you can put 3 copies of that. It costs you 0. You're obviously losing a card to play it, but then you can get 3 cards. And it's fun because you get to manipulate when you deal with side schemes to some degree, which can kind of change some stuff there.
well, and if you've
Um,
got a skilled investigator, you're really drawing 4 cards potentially, right? Because like you pull out a side scheme and then you deal with it, and now you
yep.
get a 4th card draw. Whereas skilled investigator in and of itself, first of all, it's good for these kind of decks because it is 1 card out of your deck and it costs you 0 to play. And even if it draws you just 1 card at any point throughout the game, it basically pays for itself. Yeah. So I definitely think that is one way or another is probably one of the better cards to accelerate yourself early. How about a card that you hate, which is
Symbiote.
Symbiote Suit? Gives you an extra card draw each turn. It gives you 10 health, so you don't have to worry about flipping as much. Although, again, you probably do want to flip for these build-up heroes.
I mean, it's a bit of a give and take on that one, right? Because you're also trading for
An extra card
an
draw.
extra card, right? Like,
Yeah, it
so it really
accelerates
depends on the
them
villain there.
and
Like,
you. Yeah.
yeah, like accelerates both. So like if you're playing a villain that like it just like, are you willing to take that extra card? It's like the Star-Lord gamble, right? Like, are you willing to take the extra card against Venom Goblin? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe
Right.
not. I think in a lot of villains it's probably fine, but like definitely on the harder ones, like I don't know if I would make that trade, right? Like, feels bad if it's Advanced Glider and that's what you drew, right? Like, feels bad if it's Advanced Glider and then you draw like an Assault and then now
Yeah.
you just got to attack 2 more times, right? Like,
Yep.
or like you drew a thing like exhaustion where now your character's exhausted and then it surge into another card, or
Sure.
like any of the expert cards I think are pretty awful if it's the
Well,
cards that you
Shadows of the
drew.
Past, like, yeah, there's
Yeah,
lots of bad stuff to draw.
under fire is always a bad feel when you draw it because it's like, oh, I just trade this for 2 more cards? That sucks.
Yeah.
So I think it is, but it's a little more niche, right? Like the plus 10 hit points helps a lot, but in Venom Goblin, I think that goes away really quickly. The plus stats obviously help you with stuff.
Well, and it depends on your hero. I think Quicksilver, any hero that you can ready multiple times a turn, I think is going to benefit from that card even more than everybody else. Right? Quicksilver is the number one example of somebody that I can't imagine I don't. I mean, certainly you could play Quicksilver without that card, but I feel like he becomes like 10 times better with it. Plus 10 hit points for a low hit point hero. Plus 1 card draw means he'll get cards that help him ready more. And then the plus stats when he gets to activate at least twice per turn, usually at least 3 times per turn.
I just feel like Symbiote Suit for me is like a mid game play though, so it like doesn't actually help me a lot. Like if you play it too early on some of these villains, you just might not be ready to deal with the extra stuff.
The extra stuff, yeah. Well, and it depends on how many players you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Solo, it's much worse than in a 4-player game. In a 4-player game, it's 1 extra card for 4 people. In solo, it literally doubles the number of encounter cards you get. And I think that's the other thing to talk about too. What's the best way to deal with a build-up hero? Play multiplayer, right? 4
Find
player.
someone else who is not a build-up hero.
Yeah, exactly. Let them deal with all the threats until you can build up. And then maybe you don't even have to switch from alter ego side, right? You literally spend your first like 7 turns on alter ego side. That's an exaggeration, of course. But you spend your first several turns just building up with that extra hand size, which helps you get extra draw. Depending on which hero it is, they may even help you more. There might be other cards like Panther's the perfect example. We had a game, and I don't remember which game it was, but it was an early on game with Panther where you literally never flip from alter ego. You use Golden City. You never put one of your upgrades in. The only reason you might have done it was to
thin the deck.
Your deck, right? You just built, what did you, I think it was a leadership deck where you just Voltron the heck out of your allies and just use them to do everything.
I think I did play one Wakanda Forever, though. At the end of the game.
Just to say you did? I mean, I don't
know. I think it just like, it was like really needed it or something at the time. And I like flipped up and did it. But that was like the only time.
But beside that, I remember Golden City every turn. I mean, Golden City's such a good card that it does. It's interesting because I think the core box, 2 of the heroes, now that I think about it, do a really good job of making you want to go alter ego. I think they kind of lost that a little bit through that first cycle.
I don't know if they lost it. It's just you can't do that for every hero, right? Like you have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think the design space was not that. The heroes didn't want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Through that first cycle. Like, Black Panther wants to do it. Miss Marvel wants to do it because she has so much stuff that she
I actually don't
up.
know if Black Panther wants to do it. You can play him where he wants to do it, but you can also play in Protection where he never does it.
Well, that's true.
You know?
But Golden City's such a good I mean, 2 card draw, and it's 4 every time you flip down. Literally, it's 4. 2 on one turn, 2 on the next turn. Every time you flip down.
Sure, but like also
Miss Marvel's the same way. She has cards that encourage her to flip down. And doesn't she just let somebody draw a card when she's alter ego?
No, that's Captain Marvel.
Oh, Captain Marvel. That's who I'm talking about. Sorry, Captain Marvel, because she also has that space station thing that when she's down, she discards
Alpha
1 to
Flight.
draw 2. Yeah.
Yeah, she does, but like you can also play her where you don't flip down, right? Like.
Oh, of course. But yeah, I mean, this is a discussion for another day. All right, so let's finish up our discussion here because I think we've done a good job of covering a lot of the strategies. Let's talk about your favorite build-up hero.
My favorite build-up hero. I'll let you go first.
Well, all right. So, all Certus 90 says, is Stephen Strange considered a build-up deck? All heroes have an okay alter ego support. Yes. Yeah.
I don't think he's like definitely like the epitome of a build-up hero. Like he's probably not in the running.
Because he's got the convocation deck. I feel like he's got answers.
I just don't know if he's a fast hero, which I guess is like maybe that spectrum, right? And maybe that's like maybe that's something we should talk about. Not next. Well, if Brant's coming out next week, maybe not next week, but the week after or something.
Yeah. So Yeah, next week maybe we talk about different play styles because I feel like Brant plays differently than I do, and maybe even than you do. I don't think we have a really aggressive player though. Maybe we need that. I'll channel my inner Wolverine, um, for that one. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Strange is interesting because I feel like he can do stuff turn one. Event-focused heroes like Gamora, Gamora is interesting too, right? Because she loves to get her sword out and stuff like that. I think every hero has cards that they want that make them stronger late game. I think it's one of the strengths of the game, actually. And I'm losing my voice here, sorry. I think it's one of the strengths of the game, though, is that the villain gets stronger and you get stronger as the game goes along. And even some of these, like Nebula, who I don't think is a build-up hero, like, she still can... I mean, anybody can become a build-up hero, right? Like Hulk, people have turned him into a build-up hero. But Hulk, literally, like, the way he's designed out of the box, like, just smashes for 3 mansion with him and other cards to, like, make him more of a build-up hero. But I feel like originally, people weren't doing that. So, I think any hero can be a build-up hero. But I think there are certain ones that have to be. Like Iron Man is the perfect example. Ironheart's another one, right? They don't do barely anything until they do get to a certain state.
Yeah, I think all the armor heroes are definitely considered build-up heroes. But I think actually most heroes probably fit in this like middle range.
Yeah,
Would you consider Thor a build-up hero?
that's interesting. I mean, depends how you play him. I think Thor doesn't have to be a build-up hero, but if you want to build
But he sucks if you don't build him up.
well,
Like before you get Asgard, before you get Thunder God, like
yeah,
what, like what are you doing?
yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right because he wants the lightning strike. Um, Not every
He
game.
doesn't have to. I don't think you have to build around Lightning Strike, but I do feel like he has so many traded Asgard cards in his deck. Like team
Yeah,
building was such a good card for him, right?
yeah.
Which again requires you to build up, because you have to play that card.
By
But
the way,
you feel that pain when Loki comes out.
a card we almost never play, and I built it into my leadership deck. So I'm a little sad I didn't play my leadership deck today. But a card.
I didn't stop you from doing it.
Oh no, you didn't at all. I'm trying to think. It's one that gives you a resource, but you have to spend life to do it.
Clarity of Purpose. I've played that this year even.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, on She-Hulk.
Oh, She-Hulk. Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
great...
I didn't play Leadership She-Hulk this year.
No, you didn't. That's what I'm saying.
I've played it in her deck. There was a guy at Gen Con who actually played it with us. Sat down at the table with us. He played a Leadership She-Hulk deck. He came in that I remember that card because it came in I believe the Spider-Ham pack.
I mean, it's a great card for She-Hulk actually, because She-Hulk wants to hurt herself. Like she has the other cards that also give her a card
I don't know
draw
if she
to hurt
wants
herself.
to hurt herself. I think it's like there's one card where she wants to hurt herself.
Well,
I think
yes,
you can just
but that
use
card is
health
so
as a
freaking
resource.
good.
Yeah, but you only have one of. It's like
Yeah.
Howard was saying. It's just like I get so tempted by it. It's just like no, dude. You just if it happens to flop the way it does, then you play it. If not, like I ignore it, right? Like
Sure.
I'm not trying to take damage. I'm trading damage and health for basically, like other things.
Well,
Right?
I guess the nice part about having those cards out is when that card comes up, it gives you more of an opportunity to make it better, right? Because you don't have to have taken damage ahead of time. You can go, oh, I got this card that does damage based on how much I've taken. Like, let me take some damage on my turn, which most heroes can't do, to make this card better. But we're off topic. No, I think that was a good discussion. So favorite hero.
You didn't actually pick your favorite hero.
Spider. I mean, we know this.
Spider.
I think Spider's my overall favorite hero now. I just love her. I love her conceptually, like being in a giant mech suit. I love that conceptually. And then like I just love these build-up heroes. And I think She's fun because she gives you a lot of choices that a lot of heroes don't. Do I use this card for a resource, or do I use it to buff up my stats for the turn? And I love having like 5 free resources basically sitting in front of me and trying to figure out the puzzle of how do I pay for what I want to and maximize what I'm doing at the same time.
I'm surprised Storm isn't higher on your list.
I love Storm. I really like Storm, by the way. It's not that she's not. She'd probably be in my top 10 heroes.
I mean, top 10 heroes is like, what, 10 out of 41? Like, still many heroes out of the total hero pool, I guess.
You know what? Maybe we do top 10 heroes coming up here. We do a like shorter game, or not a game at all. Maybe one of these Marvel Champions Fridays we don't play and we just do our top 10 heroes and really dig deep.
Just every web warrior hero, top 5.
For done. You?
No, I don't know.
Even Spider?
Yeah. I mean, I like Spider. I just don't play her as much because
I love her.
With you because you play her.
Yeah.
I played Spider with Colin and Barrett and Steve, and that was the game that got Colin to buy back in Marvel Champions. I actually gave him Spectrum. He really liked the form flipping in Spectrum.
Yeah. By the way, Spider, another one I love. Venom suit with.
Sure, that makes sense.
She doesn't need it, but she has a card that readies her, and then she could use it multiple times a turn. So again, anytime you get minimum 2 uses out of your plus stats, and then potentially more, is.
Do you run it with Storm?
That's interesting because it's expensive to get her to that place, I feel like.
Is it? Do you consider a build-up hero?
At that point, I would consider her a build-up hero. Because I feel like she can do a lot early, though. So I don't know that I would consider her a true build-up hero.
Well, I think she just mitigates the weakness of building up, though.
Yes. She wants to build up, but she doesn't have to build up to be good. Whereas I feel like...
I think she does, though. Like she's not good. She's just on the board. You know, like, before she's built up.
Yeah.
Like if you pay for those expensive events, you're not putting down other stuff. I don't know. I definitely like... I mean, it's the strategy in a lot of heroes, right? Like, you go through the deck and you, like, play your upgrades and supports the first pass through.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you do. I think that's a common strategy for a lot of heroes.
So
I think if you consider Storm a build-up, she's probably up there for one of my favorite.
Okay.
But probably just Thor is probably up there too if you consider him a build-up hero. I think.
Thor, yeah. And
I mean, there's just something fun about drawing 2 cards, you know, and like
when you get
it just breaks the curve of the game.
Yeah.
I think it's why I like one way or another, and Thor is just like those kind of things where you're just like you get to screw with the villain deck a little bit,
right? And
you're just like, oh, and I get a benefit out of that. I think that like just changes the value of like how you look at different cards, right? Where it's like normally you're just like, why would I want that? Like it's a problem. I have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a lot of fun for me.
Well, that's why I like Widow. She's like, oh, villain, you thought you were doing that? Nope. You think you're doing that? Nope. So she's still certainly up there. She's probably my number 2. So I'm already. We don't need to do a top 10 episode. You already know my top 2 now.
Top 2.
I want to love Hawkeye, but he's just so terrible.
How about
he's not Valkyrie bad, but he's pretty terrible.
Would you do top hero per cycle or faction or something?
Sure.
Is that more interesting?
But I mean, I still feel like I've already. No, I think we should go through it at some point, and maybe top villains as well. Like I said, maybe we just do almost a podcast episode, or maybe we do a podcast episode. Maybe we just don't do it on Friday, do it on Tuesday, and do a. Hey, now that we're done with, once we get through the X-Men, maybe we go, okay, now that we're done with X-Men, what is it, 5 cycles of the game, let's revisit, talk about our top 10 heroes and top 10 villains. But anyway, that's off-air discussion.
A fair discussion.
All fair discussion. No,
What's
I
your
think
favorite non-build-up hero?
Wolverine. He's super fun.
I
He
actually feel like Wolverine's like somewhat build-up for me
he
in a lot of the
forces.
builds I
He
play.
doesn't force me. He encourages me to play ways that I don't normally play. That's why I like him. Like I love turn 1 doing 16 damage plus my attack. So like 19 damage turn 1. I would never, not even Star-Lord would I do that with. I did it first with Star-Lord, but I realized how punishing it is. Wolverine, I don't even know that it's that punishing. You know what I mean? To just come out and do freaking 2 events turn 1 and your attack, and like the villain is down 19 health down. Like nobody else
I mean,
can do
it
that.
depends on, again, it like depends on how hard the villain is. Like I feel like if
Sure.
you go guns blazing and you don't build up Wolverine, like the villain will outpace you. Like you have a good first turn and then you'll just get dumped on, right?
Sure.
Like
But I like the fact that I have that option. And yes, it could be punishing, but I don't think it's the most punishing. Certainly there are other heroes that would be punished more. And like, I don't know. I don't know that there's any hero that can do that turn 1. Oh, Miss Marvel might be your number 1 build-up hero. Right? You love
mine,
Miss Marvel, don't you?
I mean, Miss Marvel's fantastic.
Yeah, and she definitely needs to get like and all that stuff before she becomes really good though.
Yeah, I guess part of it's just like, do you separate like the armor heroes as like high buildup? Like what's the number of cards you have to play that you consider a buildup hero?
I mean, the armor heroes, including Spider, are definitely the biggest build-up heroes. But I do feel like Panther is the same way because 5 of his cards, Wakanda Forevers, and they need you to have other cards in play before they're worth anything. So 9 cards out of your 40 card deck are like built around doing this thing.
Right,
Right?
but you only actually drop 4 upgrades from his signature set. Like
What,
out here in play, in your player, you only have 5 signature cards that are out in play.
sure. But you have to build them up unless you're doing what you did and stayed alter ego the whole time. But like, I mean, that's his thing, right? Is playing Wakanda Forevers.
I mean,
He
Iron Man definitely has like more
he has to.
things like out, right? I guess purely.
Well, but he has to, or he doesn't have a hand size. Like
Yeah, I guess I'm wondering like what do you consider build up? Like numbers. Like how many cards do you need out, do you think?
I don't know, and I think it's a feel thing, right? And I think everybody's gonna have a different definition for it. But I feel like, I mean, because you look at Spider, she only has 4 cards out, I think, plus their starting pilot card.
Well, and you have Aunt May, Uncle Ben.
Right.
You have that other card.
But let's look at Ironheart. She doesn't even have any cards out at all. She just needs to get progress tokens, right? So that's still building up. I guess slow heroes is maybe another way to talk about them. Quicksilver
Gotcha.
for sure, because I mean he's a 1/1/1 stat line to start with. 2/2/2 stat line's
I
huge
feel
for
like
him.
Quicksilver is the slowest hero in the game, man.
Yes,
Which is like obviously ironic when he's called Quicksilver
yes,
and he's about being fast.
yes.
Um,
Oh, he's he takes a little bit to get up in the morning.
do you consider Venom a build-up hero?
No, because I kind of feel like, and that's part of the reason I don't know that I consider Storm a build-up hero, because I feel like they can do stuff before they've built up. And I guess Panther can too. So
I
yeah,
mean, mainly
they're
all
probably.
the heroes can do stuff.
I mean, no, Iron Man can't do jack until he builds up. Literally nothing.
I mean,
Um,
it works for 2. It's better than a lot of other heroes.
and draws 1 card. Yeah, good luck with that.
I mean, if you get Reactor, you can dwarf for 4, right? That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. All right, I see what you're saying.
Like enough to like whatever stall the board, right? Like he's making a dent somewhere, even if like it
Yeah, but
stalls
he's
his
never
actual
going to get
buildup.
his other upgrades out unless he gets more card draw, right? I mean, you're drawing 2 cards a turn. You're not doing anything.
Sure. I mean, you probably you probably do it and then you flip back down, but like you might not stay in alter ego for like 3 turns in a row.
Right. And it's funny because
Uh,
first time Jerry played Iron Man, he stayed alter ego after turn 1. And I was so mad. And now the more I think about it, it's probably the right call for Iron Man almost every game. Even though,
I mean, I feel like you can build protection Iron Man and not stay down, or 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 uh
but I
or
mean,
probably
it's
one way or
such a
another Iron Man.
disadvantage to only have 3 cards or whatever after turn 1.
Yeah, well, that's why you run like one way or another, right? Like
Sure.
draw 3 more cards, right? Potentially that either helps you put more upgrades out in the first turn, or on the next turn, you you draw like 3 more cards, right? So
Sure.
then you have an actual full card hand.
All right. Well, we're approaching 1 a.m., which is pretty standard for us. But good game, man. I had fun
Yeah.
today and good discussion too. Hopefully this was helpful for some people. And let us know your opinions. Put them in the comments. Let us know what your favorite build-up hero is, and let us know your favorite strategy for how you get them built up. And it might just be play with 4 players, right? If you got 3 people that can watch your back, these heroes are much harder in solo that I feel like than they are in multiplayer games. Now it still sucks to have people waiting on you, but Iron Man or Colossus, I feel like is another one that takes some building up. Yeah, because when Colossus gets those cards that like lets him draw more cards for each tough status, I feel
Yeah,
like he
I
gets
think it's
way better.
interesting because I feel like almost every hero has, not every hero. Like I actually think you can hit the ground running with Spider-Man and have 0 buildup, and you of
Yes,
course want to see stuff, but he is firing on all cylinders
turn 1,
like turn 1,
which
except
is
for like if you're doing protection or whatever, you want like the protection stuff.
right.
Um, but you don't need your web shooters or whatever. They're nice. But like for Colossus again, I don't think it's that many cards, right? Like you want your Iron Will, you want those kind of cards. Like it's like it's like three or so cards like actually in your deck, but they're
Well,
so pivotal. It reminds me of like Drax as well, right? It's like
yeah,
if you don't get Dwee Tweet Mastery, like he doesn't actually want that many cards,
but he
but he
needs
does
a
want the
specific
counters,
card. Yeah,
but he needs that very specific card, and
yeah,
like for him it's like make or break, right? So it's like kind of interesting because like he's kind of a build up hero because similar to Ironheart, like there is another build up mechanic for him, which is the vengeance counters, right?
yeah.
And you like
Well, you don't
can
want to
build them in a
flip with
way
him
to
once he
basic,
gets them. I mean, it's nice
yeah,
to
and you
get the
want to like
healing.
accelerate that, so you might like take
Yeah,
more than one attack, to kind of
right.
do that. So it's like interesting, right? Like it's kind of like where that spectrum is of what people consider build up, because I think almost all heroes have it except like a very few number that don't really
Well,
need it.
sure. And I guess we were referring, yeah. So, I mean, we'll leave it at that for this discussion. But, again, put in the comments who your favorite build-up hero is. Put in the comments, what your favorite strategy for dealing with it is. And also put in the comments if you have anything else you'd like us to discuss what kind of conversations you want us to have in the future. So, thanks again, man. Great playing with you as always,
Yep.
Terence.
You too, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.